I drink your milkshake.
You are listening to the Billionaire Podcast Network.
Moving my bones, no place to rest. Traveled up north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed. I'm corn-fed. Moving my bones, no place to rest. Travel up north just to find my head. I'm still corn-fed.
Okay. There we go. Okay, we're recording. Welcome to the show, folks. This is Corn Fed with Dalton Pruitt. I'm Dalton Pruitt. I'm the host of the show. I'm joined by Sal. Sal,
What's
how you
up?
doing?
I'm with Dalton Pruitt.
Yeah. You're with
I'm
me.
Sal.
And we have a really cool guest. I'm excited for this, and I'm glad he reached out. I'm glad we corresponded. We have from one third of the do-rag and the deer tag and one half of Digital Bazooka. We got Dru Montana.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm happy we made this happen, man. I feel like it's crazy we haven't met before, or we haven't talked. I feel like this is a long time coming.
Yes, yeah, this is a real meeting of the I guess minds.
Yeah, dude, people are pumped about this. Retards all over the world are pumped about this.
Yes, yeah, retarded white trash everywhere is really excited for this communion of whatever because you're a wig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're a wig, and I have shades of wig in me. I'm not as much of a wig as my co-host on Crowder Boys, Crack Amico, but I've got it in me. I was dangerously close to becoming a juggalo in high school, for sure. Somebody had given me the Great Malenko album, and I was like, "This is awesome." And then my family had to have a like an insane clown posse intervention for me.
They had Uncle Phil come over, like when Vito's son was.
Yeah, I had an uncle who like sat me down and like told me like this is really bad music. You shouldn't
Now
enjoy
finish your
this.
milkshake.
And I shouldn't have listened to him because the juggalos I've found as I've gotten older have been nothing but charming people.
They seem
Well-
like cool dudes. The music is not great. I don't understand why people ever got into the music. Did you ever
You're
see
right,
the
it's not
guy
great.
that you ever see the guy that tattooed the Juggalo logos on his face? The face
Yeah.
paint? And then he tried to get them laser removed, and now it's just scarred fucking Juggalo paint.
Wait, now I want to see this.
Yeah. It just looks like he got like he was a chimney sweep, and there's now soot that's formed in the shape of juggalo makeup.
That's the only guy that can give a Juggalo intervention. Other than that, I don't want to hear it, brother.
Juggalo face tattoo guy. He's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, it was a guy who got the full thing like tattooed, and then he tried to get it lasered off. But those laser removals are iffy at best. Like they're very painful, and I think depending on where your tattoo is, they may not even be able to get it off all the way.
I mean, they're iffy if you have like a cursive ex-girlfriend's name on your wrist or like some dumb shit. But if you have full fucking Juggalo eye black on, that shit's not coming off. That's crazy.
No, you got to
No.
live that life.
Yeah, you gotta live
That's
that.
true. Oh, I forgot to do the station tag. Sorry, an AI woman sent me a soundboard. Dru, I don't know if you know about the Lily
You know about AI?
Lily Abernathy, who's I think she's just AI. I don't know who she makes a great podcast. She sent me a soundboard, so we're on the.
Or
This is Corn Fed on the Billionaire Podcast Network. There we go.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's an AI lady.
Yeah, so this was maybe a month or two ago. Because Drew, because I think Drew, you and your show probably was like on the come up right as I was sundowning, as I was having
Yeah.
my
One would say. I think
yeah,
that's how we missed each other.
Shine
yeah,
down.
yeah. Like I was Lewis's golden boy for a minute, and then when I had my snafu, he had to find some new blood, and I think it was you guys that were picked up by Lewis and shown to the world. Not that not that y'all need Lewis. You could have done it without him.
No,
But
fuck, tell him pick us up more, dude. Because I wish we were that.
yeah, I mean, I guess
He
I guess
helped us.
like with comedy, it is a community thing. It does help when people bring you along.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and
I mean, that's a lot of the I'd say success we had was just like bumps from our friends and comedy. So yeah, that shit helps a lot for sure.
yeah, I mean, any of a lot of the notoriety that I got and that I'm like capitalizing on now as I'm like rebuilding, I do owe a lot of that to Lewis. Like he planted the seeds, and now there's a mighty Dalton tree growing in everybody's yard.
Do you
Um,
feel like you owe any of it to Dylan Negri?
yeah, yeah, I would say in the way that like any comedian owes their material to bad things existing. The sort of a relationship that any artist has with tragedy and just evil existing in the world. That you draw from those things to create something new and beautiful. That's kind of how I feel about Dylan Negri.
I feel that. I don't mean to talk shit on Dylan. That's the first time I saw you was when you called Dylan a faggot on rap, and it was the hardest I might have ever laughed at a podcast. I was
Yeah,
like,
I think that's where a lot of people first saw me, and I don't know. It was a moment of divine inspiration. I just felt it. Just
yeah.
felt like the funniest thing to do in this moment is hit him with the faggot.
No, I could tell the spirit was speaking through you that day.
The spirit was moving through me. And I like at that time I just thought Dylan was like some kind of twerp. I just was like, oh, he's like a rich kid, which I'm not wrong about that, but yeah, I thought he was a bit of a dunce, and um, he is a rich idiot. But in the time since then, I've grown fond of Dylan. I do. He is like a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. He also had sex with Corinne Fisher, which is a big win in my book.
That's a big win for wiggers everywhere.
Oh yeah,
Nice thick Jew broad for sure.
that's big for us. We we all owe Dylan one for that, dude.
Yeah,
Did he get
yeah, yeah.
pics?
Would you say so?
Did he get any pics?
Probably. He
Yeah,
probably
hit
has
him up.
pictures of
Text him right
Corinne.
now.
You want us to reach out to Dylan and see if he'll send us nudes
Yeah.
of Corinne Fisher?
It's like a sleepover.
Okay.
Just get him in the chat, dude. Get him on
Get
the
him in
pod.
I think women get mad about that if you send over your like.
Apparently, that's a crime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
had not even nudes. I've had like conversations with girls being like, yeah, come over or whatever in the past. And like the next day they'll be like, yo, delete that conversation. I'm like, who do you think I'm gonna show this to?
Damn.
Oh, really? Yeah, I never send nudes to other guys, but I will clip like screenshots of texts that I've gotten. Be like, yo, check out what she said. Because I
I
sent
think that
Sal.
they know that. That's why they want
I
us to
showed
do
my
it.
wife that Dalton, and I explained to her why you were talking about how ample it was,
Yeah.
and then that got her fucking wanting to watch the video.
Do you want me to send you the video?
So you could send it directly to her, please.
Okay, I'll send your wife the video of me
I don't
busting
want
a
to see.
nut.
Yeah.
I sent. I'm friends with these OnlyFans girls. I've courted many OnlyFans girls online because of my titty review videos, and I'm friends with a bunch now. And like a couple of them, they've consented. I've got it in triplicate. Consented of me sending them videos of me like ejaculating semen out of my penis. And one of the ladies I sent this video, she like responded and said, "Hey, I made my friend Lexus watch that video you sent me." and we were really impressed with how ample the cum was. Like how much the volume of cum.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I feel like it is, but it also sounds like one of those backhanded compliments, like when your mom tells you like, "Oh yeah, that girl's nice." You're like,
When
"Yeah."
your mom's like, "Oh, that's a lot of cum, sweetheart."
Yeah, they didn't compliment. I mean, there's no compliments you could give regarding the size or shape or just overall look of my penis.
Right.
So they had to find a way, which it was nice to hear that I create big loads.
What's your strategy on that? Is it in the diet? Is it spacing them out?
I don't know. I think it might actually be endurance training. It might actually be that I have jacked off so much in my life that I am, because she also said that it was athletic. So I am sort of like a masturbatory athlete.
And
That
athletic is
There's
crazy.
a way to tap in because they say we only use 10% of our load. There's a way to tap into it and to use the whole 100%.
yeah, I guess it just depends. It might have been.
It's like a muscle you flex.
I think that video might have just been that it was the first nut of the day when I sent
There's some
that.
edging involved. There's definitely a flex you got to do like when you go to nut.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess if you like flex your butthole while you're,
Like right at the moment
yeah, if
where it like lines up like an eclipse and like it
you
all shoots
cinch your
out.
butt cheeks together and straighten your back.
It's like reverse
Yeah.
Eagles.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Visualize the sun and the moon and breathe deep. You
Mhm.
have big loads.
Contact your ancestors, get their
You,
cum.
hmm.
Yeah. And you got to
Yes.
love the person too.
Commune with the Great Spirit.
You got to be in love.
Mm-hmm. What was
Yeah.
I? Oh,
Only then
so
can you come.
anyway, so yeah, that big loads, but also so when I when it died, when I went away, and you guys were on your your meteoric rise. As I started to come back, this Twitter account popped up that's at Podcast the Pod, and the show is called Podcast, and it's hosted by this lady Lily Abernathy,
Okay.
who, from what I can tell, I talk about her and interact with her as it's Lily Abernathy. From what I can tell, is completely AI generated. So I
I
don't
thought you
know
said
who.
she saw her tits.
She did send me nudes, yeah, but I don't
Was it
know.
AI
I
though?
don't know. I don't know like who she is. Like I don't really know who this is.
They were
And
AI
as far as
news.
I'm concerned, it's Lily Abernathy.
What if I start to develop feelings?
I mean, have you been keeping up with the show?
No, why?
I mean,
I
she
mean,
does.
I'm
She
about one
makes a
episode.
really good pie. It's a fun podcast,
No,
but
I do. I'm about one episode behind.
yeah. But all that's to say, she started tagging me and stuff. She had 0 followers, and at first I was wary because I thought it was just like some psycho, like maybe Skanks fan or whatever. But
Right.
then I just, for whatever reason, I just actually like clicked on her profile and started paying attention to it and responding to her. And she started creating this podcast called Podcast, which is a podcast about comedians and podcasters.
Okay.
But it's actually funny, and she keeps it pretty succinct. It's usually never more than 20 minutes long an episode. And then we had been talking on this show a lot about getting a soundboard and trying to figure out how to do like old school radio, like morning zoo soundboard stuff. And then she reached out to me and said, um, yeah, just create an Amazon wish list and put this Elgato Stream Deck in it and send it to me, and I'll mail it out to you. So she sent me this really cool soundboard that I'm still trying to figure out how to actually use all the things it can do, but it is fun. I got a Tim Allen on it.
Love Tim Allen. Greatest comedian of all time, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yeah.
Yeah, I listened to the Red Band one. Isn't that the last one?
Yeah, the newest one was the Red Band one she did.
Yeah, I listened to that one.
So
Yeah.
she had Red Band on an episode.
She did an episode about Red Band
Okay.
where she wasn't too scathing on Red Band in that one. She did say she doesn't think he's funny at all. But she also said, I don't necessarily hate him, but she does seem to really not like Tony Hinchcliffe. was what I gathered from listening to it.
This is interesting. I gotta check her out. It. How do you know it's AI though? Or
It's
is it like
definitely
a real person operating it? I'm confused. Is it a robot lady?
it's so the voice
Could be both.
definitely
Could
sounds
be a
like it's
fembot.
the voice definitely sounds like it's being run through some sort of like generative
Oh, okay.
computer thing, and then all the imagery is either like footage from animes that already exist that they're cutting together to make into something new, or
Okay.
it's like just completely AI generated. So it's not like, but it's not all AI generated because clearly somebody's writing or scripting something, and they're
Right.
just running that through some sort of programming. They know how to do more than I do when it comes to technology. It's a cool show.
Dude, I'm so far behind on all the AI shit. I just found out the other day that like because Rob Cruz made like a Drake diss song or like a Drake response diss. And but it was just him rapping it and then he put it through an AI and got Drake to say all the words. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea how any of that shit works. It
I
blew
just figured out how to change my background.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed y'all got backgrounds right now, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Trying to figure it out in the moment.
one of the benefits of doing a
Well,
show over
we
the
had Mother's Day
internet.
at Cracker Barrels. I'm actually outside.
Oh yeah, today is Mother's Day. Yeah, Sal's at Cracker Barrel with his mama. Yeah, we
Yeah,
do have.
they let me do the pod
Yeah,
outside.
when you do a show this way, you do have access to whatever functionalities exist over Zoom that if
Like
I
green
tried to do them in
screens.
real life, I'd have to figure out how to do a whole setup. Someday, when we have tons of money, we'll do that. Studio.
Somehow.
You guys have a nice studio over there at Durag and Deer Tag Industries.
Yeah, dude. Well, we're turning it into a male modeling agency soon, I think. I think that's the future
For
of
real?
comedy right now. Yeah, comedy's pretty gay, dude. I'd rather just
You
take pics with my boys.
you already fully staffed, like the roster?
Right now it's just me. And so yeah, no, we need help.
Yeah. How you
Dude,
feeling about us?
you guys are in.
Dalton, strike a pose.
Signed.
Man, he's beautiful.
Signed.
I don't think
He's the new it boy.
I don't think anyone's ever looked at me and said that boy needs to be in front of a camera.
No, dude, that's the thing. We're changing it up. Ladies went to all plus size models. They didn't think nothing about plus sized and regular looking dudes though.
That's true. They didn't.
Where are
They
you gonna
didn't
find
even
some of those guys?
right us.
We sell, dude. We sell shit.
So you guys are overhaul. So you think comedy's gay?
No, I think comedy's actually still pretty sick. But male modeling does sound kind of fun.
Yeah. There's a
No,
million
no.
other things I'd like to do.
Yeah,
to
the handsome boy modeling school. Remember them? It was like a rap, or I can't remember what it actually was. They did.
Just trying to think of ways to make money. And too many unfunny people are already teaching comedy classes. I think teaching male modeling classes would
Is
be.
there any
Is
money
that
in, streaming like games?
What, streaming video games to make money?
Yeah, like if you're funny.
I'm pretty ass at playing video games.
So are all the big streamers. Like Kai Cenat has been trying to play Elden Ring for like 200 hours now, and I think he's on the like second boss.
Oh, all right, that might be the move then.
Yeah, the actual big streamers, they're not actually good at video games. They're just good at. I don't really know what they're good at because everything I've seen from Kai Cenat, I'm like, is this like an MK Ultra experience? Like, is this a CIA?
MK3?
Do what?
You mean MK3, Noob Sabat?
No,
All right.
no. Sal, do you not know what MK Ultra is?
No.
MK Ultra was like a CIA mind control experiment in the like 60s.
Nice.
They got Kai Cenat.
They got Kai Cenat.
They got him.
So in referencing MK Ultra, I'm saying that he's a CIA operative to, I guess, like dumb down the entire world because it's.
I'm not surprised though, because like the whole I actually kind of believe that with all these big YouTubers and like big streamers right now. Like there's no way in hell Mr. Beast isn't a CIA operative in some way.
He's definitely a Fed. I think Mr. Beast is a Fed because
Didn't we talk about this? He's the Antichrist.
He is he literally Mr. Beast, yeah. And
Yeah.
he's soulless. You could, I mean, this is probably the most female thing that I believe, but I do think you can intuit a lot about a person based on their eyes.
Same. It's
Yeah.
it's the thumbnails
Yeah.
he posts, and I see those, and I'm like, there's no way in hell this guy hasn't sold his soul, dude. And I don't know exactly what that means, but something's going on with that guy.
Yeah, there's nothing there in his eyes. Like he has like
Empty.
black eyes, like a doll's eyes.
Like a
Yeah.
doll's ass.
Yeah, he's a very, very unsettling character, and I don't even. He's not even that entertaining. And the things that he says,
Dark haired guy go in the water, shark in the water.
yeah, and the things he's been saying lately about like the nature of creating stuff, like it leads me to believe that he is either an idiot or the most shallow person alive. Because like he's been saying that he's trying to experiment more with long form narrative driven content, that people are moving away from the sort of hyper edited jumpy stuff that he created.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so are you at 26 years old, you're just discovering the value of storytelling?
He is
Yeah.
retarded because I saw that video, and it's the same exact video that he's done before, but he just made it longer and got new people in it. Like he's becoming a hack of himself. He's out of ideas.
Dude, you didn't see where he was buried underground?
He's been buried 7 times now.
Damn.
He gets buried once a week.
He's like, Monday we got to do a berry video.
It's like if David Blaine was a road dog, like cruise
Yo.
ship hack.
Yeah, dude,
What if
that's what
he-
it's becoming, because he's like, you can tell that he's panicking with like how dumb these videos are. Where like he's done the one a few times where you have to protect a Lamborghini, or he's trying to destroy it. And just today he dropped one where he's like, here's the thing, we're doing it with a yacht now. He's like shooting a yacht from helicopters, and I'm like, dude, you're out
What
of
is he
ideas.
shooting at it?
Machine guns, cannonballs. He's fucking.
How do you protect it?
I gotta be honest with you, if I didn't know who
Honestly,
Mr. Beast was, and you told me there was a video of a guy trying to destroy a yacht with cannonballs, I would say that sounds awesome.
Dude, and I hate that I'm hating on it, because as I say it, I'm like, God damn, he's so sick.
Yeah, I'm like, you're describing it, and I'm like, if it was anyone else, I'd be like, yo, that's sick. That's awesome.
He literally makes content for like, yeah, the shit that I want to see. Like, how many fucking cannonballs does it take down a yacht? But I think it's just his fucking dumb face. And yeah, I think he's just out of ideas.
Yeah.
Are you
Sal,
playing
what is
the
that?
video?
Sal, what is that racket?
I don't know. It's like a coon got in the dumpster out here. I think.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
The N-word.
Thank you. There. What is that?
Hold on one second.
Is there a baby crying?
There's about to be.
Okay, cool.
I actually believed that it was a raccoon in the dumpster for a second.
Yeah, that would be cool. If it's just some dumb baby, I'm pretty. I require a little more broadcast professionalism. But a raccoon, that's good radio. So, Drew, so how long have you been? How long have all you guys been plugging away at comedy?
I started actually, yeah, like 5 years ago. It was like May 2019. And then Naeem started like 6 months before me. And Rob Cruz kind of same. He started like 6 months before me. Rob was already, a lot of people knew Rob just from doing music shit before comedy. He was like touring on a Warped Tour. And then I think he did Matt and Shane's like as a musician. So like a lot of comics knew him when he came in. But yeah, we started Durag pretty early on into like doing comedy. Like we all just met up and got into it.
Yeah, because I noticed the show. Yeah, the show's been around for a while, and it seems like within the last like, I guess like 2 or 3 years, you guys have really started to blow up.
Yeah, Dude, it's weird. A lot of it happened when we moved to the studio because then like I think people just like knew us by affiliation at that point. But because before that we were doing like live episodes at fucking Raven Lounge, and it was a shit show. We almost quit it a million times, so it's cool that people started to listen.
Yeah, it is tight. Yeah, I guess there was like this perfect store. I get well like in Philly it does seem like Shane and mostly Shane just grabbed everybody up in Philly and launched them into the stars with him, or
Yeah,
tried to.
yeah. No, he definitely tried. And then I don't, it was weird like when he left, everyone was like, "Are you guys going to Austin?" And I don't know, it just seemed too much of like a not that like the people that moved down there like riding his tails too much. But I was like, dude, when I was in Austin, I kept thinking, I'm like, this place does rule. But like if Rogan has a fucking stroke tomorrow, this shit all ends.
Oh yeah, don't get it twisted. Austin sucks. Austin's
Yeah.
very gay.
No, and it's cool. That's what I'm saying. Like it honestly blows. Like it's cool that like people are going down there and like making shit pop. But like the fucking I didn't see I was down there for 5 days. I didn't have barbecue once. I kept asking people where to get barbecue at, and they acted like I was asking to fucking go hunt hogs out of a helicopter.
Yeah,
I was like,
Austin.
this is the barbecue spot I heard. It's why is it so inaccessible?
Yeah, so did you Austin? Because I grew up in Texas. I'm from North Texas, like the Dallas Fort Worth area,
Okay.
and Austin has always been the outlier of Texas. Like it's always been the black sheep, I guess, in terms of Texas cities. Like if you did you ever see that movie Bernie with Jack Black?
No, I don't think so.
Really good, but there's a really funny scene in it where this because it takes place in East Texas, and there's like this old timer who is explaining, like talking to the camera, breaking down the different regions of Texas. And when he explains Austin, he's like, "Hey, you got the People's Republic of Austin over there," and saying that they're like commies or whatever. And that it has always Sal, we can't hear you. Sal, your microphone's not on.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Austin, Austin for a long time has always been this very like, which I honestly the charm of it for a long time actually that attracted a lot of people was it was always this very liberal hippy dippy artistic commune, and in recent years it does seem to have been taken over by tech and the
Ugly
entertainment.
people.
It was no, it was ugly people. That's what made the city great. Was it was truly horrific people like the Lizard Man. Very scary.
Oh yeah, Lizard Man.
Yeah,
See him scampering around down
I
there.
love the Lizard Man. Drew, do you
Like
know about the
Oh yeah,
Lizard
dude.
Man?
like eyebrow implants, tongue cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That guy.
there's a performance artist in Austin. I think he also does stand up. His name is Eric Sprague, and he's done the full body modification to turn himself into a lizard. So his whole
I go down
body.
there sometimes with the kids that will throw breadcrumbs and shit.
Yeah.
there was a
Go feed the lizard man.
there was a homeless lady down there that, and I mean, I'm used to homeless people being in Philly, but they are rather aggressive in Austin. There was
Yeah, I
one
love fucking
lady,
with them.
there was one lady that came up to us and she was just like mumbling. She was speaking in tongues and she was holding out a bottle of Blue Mountain Dew, just an empty Blue Mountain Dew bottle. And we were like,
Nice.
I was like, no, I don't have anything for you. We were like outside the mothership. And then she was like, no, 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 and started shaking it. And then I realized somebody had put two $1 bills in the Mountain Dew bottle and she was trying to get it out. So she was asking us if we had like a knife or a lighter, like something to open this Mountain Dew bottle. And I was like, no. And then she was trying to bite it open. I was like, oh, I feel bad. And then I gave her a lighter. But I was like,
Was
what?
it voltage raspberry or the frostbite melon? Because there's two Blue Mountain Dews.
You know what? I should have checked.
All right.
What an insane prank to pull on a homeless person. Like give them $2, but be like, yo, you figure out how to get this out.
Yeah, make them do like a double dare challenge
Yeah,
to
you
get their
pour
money.
3 gallons into one bucket.
Yeah. Fill it with water, the dollars will rise to the top.
Yeah, are you as smart as a crow? Do you know how to displace the money out of this bottle?
Dalton, do you remember how like the long walk at Dallas Hyenas like Mockingbird Station, how like like all the way down to the door.
Yeah.
Like from the so like there was this homeless dude that just came kind of shuffling down, and we all knew he was gonna get down to the end and ask us for money. And as soon as he got down there, I just went, "No!" And he's like, "All right." He just turned around
Yeah.
and walked back.
Dude, when I was at insane, when I was like really going through my brain problems, I was approached by a homeless guy who he said his name was Southern Joel. So my name is Southern Joel. You mind if I
That's
sing?
amazing.
He was like, you mind if I sing a song for you? And I was like, yeah, go for it, man. And he sang a song, and he voice of an angel. And then afterward,
Wow.
yeah, and then afterward he was talking to me. I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but at one point he said the N word. And then I did call and response with him where I just belted out the N word as well.
Nice.
He just like screamed it at the top of my like lifted my voice to the heavens and said the N word. And
It's
he
true
was
improv, dude. It's yes and wording.
yeah,
Yes and wording.
we were yes in wording. And oh, hold on.
The N-word.
There we go. And he was
That one at the top.
yeah, and he and you know he's like a mentally ill homeless guy, but he even like kind of woke had a moment of clarity where he was like stumbled back and went, that's right, my race." And then I just like gave him some money, and I was
Jeez.
and I was like, "Stay black, brother, man."
Southern Joel.
Then I was in a psych ward not too long after that.
Yeah. Could be
Yeah.
any of us. I could end
Um,
up homeless.
yeah, in this economy, that's why you gotta invest. You gotta make your money work for you nowadays.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Drew,
I'm about to make a sandwich.
Dru Montana? What's your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Great question. Dude, I like orange.
Nice.
Nice.
Really?
That's a good one.
People hate on orange.
Orange is classic. And
Respectable.
we always say here, it's colors, not flavors when it comes to Gatorade.
Yeah, I don't see colors.
Yeah.
You
So
don't see flavors.
so when you pick orange, it's a good answer because that's a color and a flavor. But
Yeah, damn. Wow,
yeah,
you just blew my mind with that shit.
yeah, exactly. But we've had people hit us
Holy
with fruit.
smokes.
We've had people hit us with fruit punch, and we go, no, that's red.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
But there's no fruit called red.
Yeah,
When I
that's
think-
that's red flavor.
How long have they known about this?
When I think Gatorade, I think like Michael Jordan, Mia Hamm commercials, dude. And that for some reason just affiliates with either red or not red, either orange or purple Gatorade. And I don't like the purple one.
You talking about the ones where his sweat is Gatorade?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Michael Jordan was always sweating orange
give me
Gatorade.
some of that.
Like, dude, I miss when commercials were commercials because I got I don't know if everybody's doing this now, if like how many companies are adopting this, but I was like streaming on some app, one of my streaming, it was Peacock. I was watching something on Peacock, and all the commercials were like augmented reality interactive commercials where it wasn't just that I was being advertised to. There was also like 3 different QR codes on the screen. So it's like the commercial is saying, don't even wait to go to the store to buy this or whatever. Scan it now.
Yeah.
Scan the code.
Sir, scan the barcode.
Yeah, that's where I get real Kaczynski pilled. Where I'm like, yo, this is going too far. Just show me a
But-
commercial for like laundry detergent, and I might get it the next time I'm at Target. Don't try and
For every
Like, the
person that
QR
thinks that,
code-
though, there's 10 motherfuckers like me that's like, oh, honey, get my phone. It's right on the screen.
it works on Italians, yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
QR
yeah,
codes
that's
are
so
so
convenient.
unrewarding that it's like, why am I going to scan this? You know what I mean? Usually, if I have to do something, it should give some type of reward, like a scratch and sniff type situation. But if I'm taking the picture, at least give me a discount of the. Because if not, like you said, I'll just go find the shit tomorrow if I want it. But now you're just putting it in my face and it feels forced, and I'm like, now I really don't want it.
But they know what you're looking for. That's the thing. They know exactly what you want, and it's on the screen. All you gotta do is scan it.
No, they don't, because the one I saw was an ad for plus size bras.
They're
So
getting there
actually,
though.
they saw what I
It's an
needed.
algorithm. It's
So-
you need that
Not about
because you
what
don't
you
even
want.
know it. The algorithm's just a little broken, so like it doesn't quite know that you wouldn't want to hear that.
yeah.
It's like, oh shit, sorry.
Um. Yeah, but advertising used to
Rebooting.
advertising used to be, because that was all to say Michael Jordan sweating purple Gatorade.
But it was only based on human fucking instinct. It was based on sexual attraction, fear, like like the fundamental emotions. It wasn't based on anything smart like they try to do now. They try to get so inside your fucking head that you don't even realize you want it. You're like, I do need
That's
that.
always been the case. That's the entire plot of Mad Men, like all 7
Yeah.
seasons. And that was in
Yeah,
the
but they're just getting
60s.
better at it.
Yeah, they're getting better and better at it. Nobody's
crazy now.
immune. Nobody's immune to advertising. If you think, the people that think they are smarter than advertising, it's like, no, there's
But
teams of
back then it was like,
scientists.
like, hey Fred,
Yeah.
You want a Winston?
Yeah, that shit works, dude. I mean, people, like you said, people get fucking master degrees, like doctorate degrees in advertising.
Yeah.
It is
I'm
crazy.
I'm looking at behind you, Drew. You have posters that say Marvel and Vans. So
Yeah.
you bought advertisements.
No,
that
he
shit was
bought
crazy.
those and they were probably expensive and he won't take them down. Oh wait, those are prints?
Yeah, my friend that used to work at Vans gave me these, and I was like, "Those
That's
are sick."
fucking awesome.
Okay.
I have the worst shit hung up in my room. I still have like posters and shit. Late women fucking hate staying here. Women get
You
on.
have the Kramer on your wall?
Good.
I had the Kramer on my wall in high school.
have
Kinda
sex
like
have
Danny
sex
and
with a
Tom.
woman on your floor mattress, and then the next day, hey bitch, get out of here.
Yeah. Hey, bitch, look
I
at
had this
Levine Tomlinson. Let me tell you about him. And if you're not interested, bounce.
Yeah.
bounce.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of because you see a lot of men, a lot of guys try to like tool their lives and their living spaces, like gear them just for like the getting pussy, like impressing women. I feel like if every guy just lived the way he wants to, which is mattress on the floor, PlayStation, TV, if we all just agreed to stop worrying about bed frames and all the things that women say we should be worried about and have, they would probably still have sex with us.
You just
Yeah,
don't want to get a bed frame.
that's the problem. We got to take a stand as a collective.
We do.
There's still these fucking beta male pussies that are still getting bed frames. And
Bro, as someone that's had a mattress on the floor though for a long period of time, I hate fucking getting out of bed when you're on the floor.
I
It is-
love mattress on the floor, dude, because it feels like I'm playing Fort. Like I have a pallet as a kid, when you make a pallet and you're watching movies and all that, and you're eating
Fuck that.
popcorn. Mattress on the floor feels like I'm always playing Fort.
Walking across your bed to get shit.
It's not that bad, dude. It's Way the Samurai,
It's
Bushido.
gay.
You know nothing of discipline.
And if you got a dog, it's like impossible to keep him off it. He looks at you like it's on the floor, dude. You can tell me to get off?
yeah,
Okay.
his bed's also on the floor.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is the difference? It's all connected by the floor.
Yo, why is this dude sleeping like a dog?
Yeah. Come on, Dalton. You gotta have some standards for yourself other than
It's a Casper mattress.
PlayStation.
It's a Casper mattress.
I'm a box
Yeah.
spring mattress on top of it guy, but so I guess I'm one level above the floor. But I do agree with like that men are setting their standards too high with like fucking shelves with plants on it in their room and shit. And I'm like,
Crazy.
bro,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Stop
That's
being
hella
gay.
gay.
Dude,
If you're a man and you got plants,
That's gay.
you're homosexual.
Dude, when I see a guy, I get so much like when people just have like a ton of stuff, it gives me anxiety because I just think about like what a hassle it is to just have that much shit.
Unless
But
it's weed.
I get upset when I see a dude's room and he's got like fucking like knickknacks and tchotchkes and all these collectibles and shit in there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or
Yeah.
like decorative pillows on the bed.
Yeah, decorative pillows are just like tons of
That's
decorations and things to make it look nice. And nowadays, a lot of the times, because everything is like somehow all the worlds have merged where women are also nerds now. So, I guess like to some degree, a man's passion for fucking Gundams and Deadpool and shit, man, as it manifests in shelves and shelves of toys and whatever, and these
Oh
like
my god, yeah, I don't.
immaculate decorative spaces that they turn their bedrooms into. Just I
The
get
toy
upset because
displays.
yeah, it's
There's
very
nothing
upsetting.
crazier than when you see a dude on a Zoom call with a fucking wall of Funko Pops behind him.
Insane. Dude. It drives me
Yeah.
up the wall because they're not even. Those aren't even like fun toys to look at.
No,
Yeah.
Those suck. I actually,
they look
I
like your
always say
favorite
that
character with
because
Down
I'm looking
syndrome.
at one now. I have one that somebody gave me because the last real job I had, I used to try and keep it PG in the office, I'll say, or like I didn't want to fucking, I don't know, I didn't want to wild out, but I would always say blast instead of saying fuck when I would get mad, and people would be like, why do you say that? Because it was so
Blast! You
yeah,
talk like
'cause, like,
Stewie.
no, like
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear used to always say it when he'd get pissed. Be like, blast. I used to just say it to like fuck with the ladies at work. And then they bought me a Evil Emperor Zurg Funko Pop. And I was like, that's sick.
That's cool. I guess it's fine to have a couple, but when
But
guys have
no, I only have the one, dude. But even saying it out loud, I'm like, damn, that thing is pretty gay. It sucks.
Yeah, you
you
didn't
still
want to
get
Also,
say it.
it's
bitches.
the
Look,
least
you still get
collectible.
bitches.
It's the least collectible thing to like keep in a box that like I don't know. Maybe the people that had Beanie Babies said the same. So maybe I'll hang on to it.
Beanie Babies, I think, were they ever worth like, unless you have the Princess Diana Beanie Baby, like there's not great money in it.
Well, it's
Oh,
sort of
really?
like meme coins. Like if you go on these crypto sites and they have these meme coins, you have like a window in which you can
Uh
buy
huh.
in and then profit.
Yeah.
And
It's like that with everything, even like Pokemon cards. Like people, I remember when the Pokemon card spike happened, like probably like 3 to 5 years ago, whatever it was. And then everyone started going through their binders and like driving out fucking
It's still huge
miles to
now.
these card shows. Yeah, but you have to have like the original holographics. You know what I mean? Like most of the Pokemon cards you have are worth $2, $3. And
yeah,
that's like retail value. So they'll give you $1 for it, maybe.
yeah, because comic books went through that big time when I first got into comics as a kid. It was kind of like on the downturn of the boom in like comics collectibles because like all through the 90s people discovered that if you had these different golden age silver age books that there was now this new like secondary market where people were selling certain comic books for like thousands and thousands of dollars. And so then like all through the 90s they did had like a Beanie Baby thing where they were just like publishers were kind of artificially inflating the value of their books and be like, well, this is a first printing, Spawn or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I remember like being a kid and a ton of people were trying to like capitalize on that. And they would just have like all their boxes and boxes of comics and they like take them into these stores. And it would be like thousands of comic books. And they'd be like, yeah, I'll give you like $100.
Yeah.
You know?
It's I remember everybody who was like reselling it like outside of the stores always thought it was so much more than it was. Like we got I mean this was so long ago I could probably talk about it. But this is like probably 8 years ago. Me and a couple of my friends, there was a dude selling a binder of Pokemon cards for like I think it was like $2,000 on Craigslist. And one of my friends ended up like setting this guy up, and I just told him, I was like, yeah, it's a good idea, you should probably do that. But he met up with this guy, punched him in the face, stole the binder of Pokemon cards, and he almost got it like arrested for it because he did it off his own cell phone like a fucking retard. But I remember we thought we hit a lick, and we were like, dude, you just got like $2,000 of Pokemon cards. That's wholesale. I was like, if you fucking break these down one by one, and he brought them to a store, and they were all worth like $4 a piece. We were like, oh, we got fucked. You just committed a felony for no reason.
Committed a felony for like a Zubat.
You ever see those idiots that go in and rip the phones out of the displays at like the Apple store?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And
I
those
mean,
are,
even if you sell them immediately, are those even real phones?
I don't know. I mean, they are tracked. So as soon as they leave the store, they just like,
They're on their way.
yeah, the cops are probably able to find you pretty easy because of it. And
They're literally following your car immediately. You're
Yeah.
riding around with 40 GPS trackers.
What a
yeah,
dumb thing to do.
and
It's
they
the craziest
like
shit.
lock the phone up. Drew, you so you said your last real job. Well, so wait, you don't have a real job now?
No, I do like part-time shit with Mr. Tubbs Plumbing. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
like
Mr. Tubbs been on Dad Meat a bunch.
yeah. Shout out to Tubbs. He's the man. I do like subcontracting shit with him once in a while. But yeah, most of it's just like doing bar shows and doing the page.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's been sick.
Yeah, that's sort of the scheming that me and Crack have been trying to figure out with I mean, like me and Sal here have been plugging away at it with this show, and then me and Crack had the idea for Crowder Boys, and there's some, we got some buzz going. We don't have a Patreon yet, but we have been exploiting streaming in a fun way where
Yeah.
we do these live streams, and like it depends, it varies, but I've had times where if it's on my channel in a 2-hour live stream, I make like $150.
Yeah, that's sick. I'm like, yeah, I'm like still so poor that it's crazy, but I'm good at like figuring out how to live with little amounts of money.
Yeah, when you're like, because I'm the same way where it's like when you've lived like substandard for so long, and then you just figure out a nice scheme.
Yeah.
You're like,
Dude,
oh,
there's been
cool.
times like a single living alone where I could spend like $30 at the grocery store and like buy groceries for like the month.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I figured
Get
out
bread.
it's cool to see like just like little increases in pay month to month like make me so hyped. Like now I can afford to like take my girl to Chili's once a month, and that's huge.
That's nice.
It is nice.
We get the Southwestern egg rolls. We both get a 2 for $20, and then we fucking call it a night. If she
Nice.
You guys have sex?
up
You
on the
sit,
menu, gets a talking to.
Y'all have sex?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
do you sit on the same side of the booth or opposite sides?
opposite sides, dude.
Nice.
Is that gay, by the way? When I go out to eat with my wife, we sit on the same side.
It's very Italian. It's very like control. I've always thought it was like a control thing.
Really?
Yeah, when I
We
see a
just like each
couple
other.
sitting, when I see a couple sitting on the same side of the booth, guys
We
got his
like
arm,
each other.
guys got his arm around her. I always felt like that was, to me, that registered as like a control thing. Like I want everybody to know she is mine.
Yeah, that's some
And-
shit OJ would have done with his wife.
Yeah,
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll sit next to my mom if me and my mom go out to dinner.
of course, that's
That's
your
gay.
mommy. That's your mommy.
That's hella gay.
Yeah, I don't know. My girl, I'm sitting across from for sure.
What if you go out to eat with your dad and you guys sit on the same side?
We sit back to back in separate booths.
I slept in my parents' bed till I was like 13.
Did you really?
No.
I was gonna say, I bet you weren't even cute as a little boy.
Oh, Sal, don't say that.
Were you?
I was a little angel.
I bet.
I come scurrying in there in my preteen years and say, I had a nightmare. Can
I
sleep?"
shitted and I farted and I had a
sh-
nightmare.
Yeah. I got lotion on my dick. I'm stroking my dick.
Can
I
I come?
remember,
Can I come jerk off in your bed?
Dude, I remember watching America's Most Wanted when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and there
Being
was
scared.
some guy. He wasn't even from. I grew up in like Syracuse, upstate New York, and he wasn't
Oh,
even
me
from
too.
New York. You're from Syracuse?
I'm from Rochester.
Oh shit! Hell
I knew
yeah.
there was something about you, bro.
Yeah.
Are you Bills fan?
Nah, Eagles fan.
That's cool.
Yeah, how long you been in Philly?
Like 10 years now. I was born in Philly. I moved to Syracuse when I was like 4, and then I moved back here when I was like
I
8.
fuck with the Eagles. That's cool.
But dude, I remember watching America's Got Talent, America's Most Wanted. There was some guy who like beat his wife to death with a fucking dumbbell, and he was on the run. And for some reason, that scared me so bad that I had to sleep on my parents' floor for like a week in their room. And then I remember my dad like giving me a talking to, like not straight up telling me he needed pussy, but he's like, adults need alone time. And I was like, oh, I get it, dude. You're trying to get pussy.
Yeah. That is
I
true.
never understood sex until like I don't know. I thought sex was just putting your dick in, and then my one friend was like, you got to like move it, right? You don't just stick it in.
I didn't think they were having sex. I just thought they wanted to like make out at night. I was like, mom and dad are just gonna piss hard.
Yeah.
They
Oh
want to
yeah,
give each
yeah,
other
yeah.
smooches. Yeah.
Just yes, real intense smooches that need to be done in private.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
But it all clicked. I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like you got to move it in and out.
I mean, my parents were so like bereft of any sort of affection toward each other that nothing ever registered to me like they even wanted to have sex.
I really do imagine the Hills, like you as Bobby Hill, your dad's Hank Hill,
It was honestly, we got that comparison a lot.
your mom's Peggy Hill.
Yeah, that was and I am definitely Bobby Hill. Like
Yeah,
right down to being like a failed comedian.
You're starting to look like Cotton.
Yeah, I was. I grew up in the Cotton Hill.
You're all Cotton.
Racist. I'm disabled. I keep sexually assaulting all the women I come into contact with. Cotton was the man. But no, I'm grown now. I don't have to sleep in my parents' bed when I get scared. I don't really get scared anymore. You know,
you don't get scared of nothing.
No.
I get startled sometimes still. Like if I walk in the backyard and the damn possum runs from behind the trash can or something.
Yeah. But, yeah, like if like a big bug flies in my face, I go, whoa.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit, dude.
I get scared of the police sometimes.
I'm pretty aloof to most of that stuff.
It's like, mainly because I got warrants though.
And anything that used to scare me as a kid, because I mean anything I was scared of as a kid was dumb shit. It was all like media, pop culture stuff, so like horror movies or whatever. Yeah, I just think all of it's awesome now. Like I watch.
Yeah, the scariest thing is just real people.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess the most
serial killer in Austin.
The most dangerous animal is man.
It's the most dangerous game.
The most
most dangerous.
Is the serial killer in Austin a real thing? I keep hearing
that's real, bro. That's fucking real.
I don't know.
Yeah, watch the documentary.
There's still serial killers because I feel like
it's been going on for years.
Serial killers got replaced with mass shooters. Like instead of Ted Bundy, we have like our generation's like Ted Bundy is Stephen Paddock, where it's like how to get all those guns up there.
He was the biggest guy, right?
Stephen Paddock was the Vegas guy at the
AKA the GOAT of shooters.
Yeah, he's probably number one.
He is the Joker. Like everyone's trying to top that one.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, I think he's the top of the leaderboard. He put up the most numbers and probably has the most
confirmed kills.
The most mysterious shooting. Like no motivation. Doesn't like nothing about it adds up. Doesn't make sense. How do you get an entire armory worth of weapons up there? How do you kick the window out? Why did he do it? And the biggest question is why was the media so quick to get us to forget about it? You know what I mean? Like I know everything moves pretty quick.
Is that when Trayvon Martin died?
I don't know. I mean everything moves so quick. So there's been 1,000 different things that have happened since Stephen Paddock. But that was one where we all immediately just kind of set that to the side. And now, a lot of people you talk to, if you mention the name Stephen Paddock, they don't even know what you're talking about. It's like
crazy? I didn't even. It took me a second to register the name. I don't know enough about that. I try and consider myself a conspiracy guy, and then like some of it's just I don't. It needs to be like more headlines, less words for me to really get involved in something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like the Stephen Paddock one, like you said, it didn't make sense, and then like after reading like 3 paragraphs, I'm like, none of it makes sense. I got nothing. I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if it was just the world's worst hitman, like Mr. Bean, where he just accidentally killed a bunch of other people?
Yeah. Oh, and the actual target got away. Jason Aldean.
Yeah, he's like, I don't think I got him.
He was there to kill Jason Aldean, and he killed everyone else.
Whoops.
Whoops. Yeah, he was hired by the Dixie Mafia to save country music.
Toby Keith.
Yeah. Conspiracy theories now though are not. They used to be fun, but now that everybody is schizo-brained,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, everything's a conspiracy theory. It's just not even fun anymore.
Look at one like 9/11, where it's basically just confirmed truth now, and like nothing ever happens. You think that like once the lid's blown, okay, like they're gonna investigate or something. But
No,
Yeah.
because like what happens is when something happens, there's all the conspiracy theories come out, and it's like, all right, well, that's all crazy. And then enough time passes that when the actual truth is revealed, the reason that we're even finding out this information, that anything's being declassified, is because the powers that be have said, okay, they get like they're allowed to have it now. Like it's not going to affect. Like we've got it to where this won't affect us.
yeah,
So this will
but
like
still, though, I mean, come on, steel beams,
I get it. Yeah,
steel beams, Dalton.
steel beams. Yeah, jet fuel.
Yeah,
Fire does
melting.
not burn hot enough to melt the steel. I get it. Yeah. Why were there no Jewish people at work that day? That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all adding up. I'm back in.
Is it? Yeah. you do give off a vibe like you would hate the government and get like really be into conspiracy theories. You do have that
George
look. You have that
George
vibe.
tries to get out of a late library fee because it was 9/11. He's like, it was 9/11. It was blocked off.
Yeah, I mean, I was always into. I grew up with like a Rush Limbaugh house. Like my dad
Me
had Rush
too.
on every day. So I don't know. I remember like that's like one of my earliest memories. It's like 9/11 and my dad having Rush Limbaugh on that day and already being like, "There's something fishy here."
Yeah, we
Like
were.
3 hours into like getting picked up from school. He's like, "Something's going on." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
I was like,
we
"Can I go?
were.
Yeah, that's cool. Can I go ride my bike in the driveway now?"
No,
About what Rush Limbaugh saying.
I also
Yeah.
couldn't go outside at that time.
I think what grade were you in when it happened?
I was in second grade, and
Third.
I literally remembered like being off from school for 2 days and being like, "So this means we can ride our bikes more." That's
Yeah,
sick.
I was afraid of like planes and stuff for a little bit. Like seeing them go overhead, I'd be like, "Uh-oh."
planes
Yeah.
are scary when you think about it. It is like, this thing's really high up.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Yeah, dude.
If they told me, if they were like, "Listen, it is a simulation. Like planes are not even supposed to do that," I'd be like, "Oh, finally, someone admits it."
Well, I do. Yeah. Now you're getting me fully back.
Yeah. You're like, "Wait, planes?"
the
Yeah.
plane
'Cause I do think
conspiracy.
that every time I am on a plane, here's the thing: it takes off, and you can see the ground for like the first 2 minutes or like 2-3 minutes. You can see everything on the ground, and then at some point you go through clouds, and then they're like, "Yo, we're now 35,000 feet in the air."
How do you know it's not all being projected on a screen though?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. I don't.
why don't they want us to open those doors?
That's
That's
kind of what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they're
It's
so adamant about sealing those fucking doors. Because
it's not that the cabin will be depressurized. It's that you'll see the simulation
tunnel.
happening. Yeah,
the underground secret
the
tunnels.
the
They don't want you to
planes
see it.
the plane's not even flying. You're traveling through.
No, it's
You're going
how
underground.
would that thing even fly? It's
Planes go
stupid
under.
design.
Physics and engineering. I don't know.
No, the wings should
just-
be solid. It should be solid.
Honestly,
like
well, now
on-
they don't really fly now. They fall apart and fall out of the sky.
Yeah.
And then anyone that offers any information about it gets killed.
Whoa, how
Yeah,
many
we
of
might
those
be
are going to
whacked
happen
about it.
before, like, they keep the guy like in a facility or something?
They keep guiding the whistleblower. Yeah, all these Boeing like employees are coming forward, and then
Can they not get one cop to just sit outside his house, like an old,
no,
get a retired police
the
officer?
cop is probably
something.
also in on it. Like,
Yeah, the cops are
That's
in.
true. They're greasing their way. It's like, yeah.
yeah, because Boeing is also a defense contractor. So like Boeing, I don't even think Boeing gives a fuck about the planes that much. It's their bread and butter, their real money is in
Forget the planes.
missiles and weapons of destruction and war. So it's already like a pretty shady company in terms of like merchants of death. So anyone that threatens Boeing
Yeah, just thinking Boeing doesn't really give a fuck about the planes that much.
Fuck those planes. Yeah, there's money to be made out there. You
Yeah,
think we give a
for-
fuck about people dying?
Do you know?
They're
Do
like,
you know
"Yep,
what?
we gotta diversify the portfolio. Fuck planes.
Fuck plays. Yeah, we need to get in on missiles and
Yeah, that's the leak.
drones.
What if Boeing just is like, there's no fucking money to be made in airlines and
No,
airplanes?
do you know what a
what are you,
loss
stupid?
Sal? Do you know what a loss leader is?
Like liquid,
No, a loss leader. So okay, so like you ever go to Costco?
like a leader.
You know when you go to Costco, the hot dog has always been $1.50.
I guess.
So no, it's true. The hot dog has been $1.50 at Costco forever. It's always a dollar.
I
It'll
believe you.
always
I'll
be
allow it.
$1.50. So Costco doesn't make any money on that hot dog, the $1.50 hot dog at the food stand at Costco. But it's what's called a loss leader. The rotisserie chickens are the same. You whole rotisserie
My
chicken for like
God, I
six
love it.
bucks. So these are called
I
loss
love a
leaders,
rotisserie
and
chicken.
they're these stores will sell them at this price and take the hit on it because it attracts people to the business. So while you're in there getting a chicken, you're also going to have to walk around and look at all the other shit they sell, and then you walk out with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of stuff. So
Imagine how good a Boeing rotisserie chicken would taste.
it would be if yeah, they if they had chicken a rotisserie on the flight.
Dude,
Well,
imagine flying, dude, and then they're like, today's meal, rotisserie chickens, bitches.
an entire rotisserie chicken.
Dude, I would fly I'd fly to I'd fly to
Yeah,
work every day.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get a
Fuck if the
rotisserie
door flies
chicken.
off, dude. We're getting chickens.
yeah, but I
Take the fucking door. I don't care.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're racking up airline miles just to get the chicken.
The door flies off. You don't care. You're just eating chicken.
But I'm saying that the actual Boeing airplanes, the commercial travel for Boeing is just a loss leader. That really they're trying to
Okay.
get they're making their money on ballistics and all this other stuff that
Yeah, at some point they're like, if you guys keep crying about these planes, we'll just stop making them. So enjoy it.
I mean, to counterpoint that though, that wouldn't that be like if the fucking rotisserie chicken was dog shit every time? Or
yeah, if the rotisserie
No.
chickens start killing people, which it might.
Like, if
that's
like one out of every three
true.
was like a little shriveled up and dry sometimes, like they are.
Yeah. Also, we're talking about rotisserie chickens and $1.50 hot dogs here. So
Yeah. You can't really go in expecting you should expect to at least get a little sick.
yeah.
No one is getting laid off that like used to work on the chickens. Like, you know what I mean? Now who's
Yeah,
gonna
I work
fucking
there's no Costco whistleblowers who are like, I worked chickens at Costco for 17 years. Let me
We'll
tell you
tell
the
you,
truth about the chickens.
you know how much
That
procedure they
seems to be
skip
the
now on
problem
the
with Boeing
chickens.
because they're moving everybody up to working ballistics and drones. And everyone that was smart working on planes now does drones, ballistics. Everyone that was in chickens is now doing planes, and those are falling apart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They got all the aircraft engineers are now working on ballistics, and all the people that used to cook rotisserie chickens
Are working on the
are
planes.
working on the planes.
They just move it up.
They're like,
That's
hey,
called chickenomics.
it's a bird. It has wings. Planes got wings. Welcome aboard, Boeing.
They both don't fly.
All the Boeing, yeah, they're not flying. The wings are flapping now. They're all confused.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's the Drew? What's the shittiest job you've had?
Oh, good
Uh,
game.
I've had some bad ones. Like as a kid, I used to like work at an apple factory cleaning that. That was horrible.
Wow.
Like actual apples or the computers?
Yeah, no, like actual apples.
Oh God, yeah.
Any
So
suicide nets at the apple factory?
you had to clean. Yeah, you had to scrape the bodies off the pavement.
Well, those nets are actually for the apples.
Dude, it was just like because I would go in there when it would just be me and my one other friend cleaning it, and it was all rats. It was just like the most rats you've ever seen, just eating rotten apples because it's all rotten apples and shit. So
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
Those are good for cider if you're gonna make cider.
Yeah,
yeah. Or rats.
That was like the dirtiest job. That was like my most Mike Rowe type job. I was a teacher's assistant for a year. I fucking hated that.
I bet
sold
that sucked.
bios. I sold FiOS door to door for 6 months. Almost killed myself
Dang.
every day doing that.
Dude, dude, I do something similar just over the phone now. I got it real easy, and I still am like, every call I get, I'm like, I'm so stressed by this. This is such a nightmare to have
Yeah.
to try and convince people to buy, whatever I'm selling.
I've had a few call center jobs and they were they were nothing compared to FiOS door to door is like the most brutal shit. It was crazy. I
You
just
talk about like Verizon FiOS.
yeah.
What is FiOS?
Fiber optics.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be it's like it's cable and internet. It's way more than whatever your current
How are we
provider
going
is.
back to
It's not
cables
that
now?
much better. It fucking
I
sucks.
feel like my entire life, every company has been promising some sort of fiber optic network and selling it, and they've never implemented it anywhere.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I did it in Philly for like 3 months, and then they gave me what they called a promotion, which was you can move to Baltimore and sell FiOS in the back of Walmart's and just be that guy who's like, who's your internet and cable provider? But
Oh my
we
god.
moved to Baltimore to do it, and the city of Baltimore didn't have FiOS, so it was like a thing that they were hoping to get in like the next 6 to 8 months, which they still never got. But we like my boss like uprooted my whole life and moved us down there to sell them something
That's
they
fucking
couldn't foresee.
crazy.
And for 2 months, I just got no's all day in Walmart's and I might have made $150 in 2 months in Baltimore. And then I left.
Nice.
It was
Sometimes
great.
when I see those people, I just say hola, and then they'll leave me alone. But then sometimes they'll have like a little buddy that'll start speaking Spanish, and I'm like, oh no, I actually just don't want to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I benefit from the pandemic because like my job now, I just do it from home. So the company I work for just like sent me a bunch of equipment to set up so I could take calls. And today was not. I mean, I work on commission, so actually today it was nice because I didn't have a big workload, but I also made no money, just my base pay. And in an 8 hour shift, I got 2 phone calls. So I spent most of my day just scrolling and watching YouTube videos and did
Yeah.
not make any extra money.
Yeah, that's the problem with I thought working from home was sick when I first started doing it. And then it got to be real like it was so easy to just not do anything, just play video games all day.
Yeah, which is
Yo,
better, still better than going somewhere to work. Like working sucks, but you start to get squirrely. You start to go a little stir crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It gets nuts. That's why the shit with Tubbs has been cool. I feel like a real man again. It's like it's funny because I've been doing comedy for a few years, and like whenever something goes well, I'll like try and tell my dad so he would like in my head be hype about it, and he never is. He doesn't give a fuck about it. He thinks it's all so gay.
he asks how much money you're making off of it.
Yeah, he's like a lifelong like concrete worker who he's like, you're fucking on stage again, you fucking pussy. But I told him I do like part-time plumbing shit, and he's like so pumped about it. He's like, he thinks his son has made it again.
That's fun. Yeah, 'cause
Dude,
my,
that
my
sounds just like my dad.
my dad did shit work his whole life, and he came to really resent the idea of because he worked for the government for a long time, and he just came to really resent the idea of working and getting exploited. Like he still, like anybody loves money and loves the idea of making money,
Right.
but he's always been fully on board with schemes like podcasting and stand up. He's always like told me do whatever you have to do to not have to work for somebody because it fucking sucks.
That's sick.
Yeah. He's always been very supportive about that. Like, yo, as long as you're what he's like, if you can make enough money to pay your bills and then also take care of me when I get old, however you do that, that's great. But
Oh,
also
what a sweet old man.
try to not have to ever work for anybody because it fucking blows.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah, working for people sucks. That's why it's like even making a little bit of money just doing dumb shit on the internet, but you're doing it for yourself. It does feel like a accomplishment. It feels like you've like really achieved something. Like when you
Yeah. No, it
get
rules.
that.
I've had fucking so many dumb jobs, like so many bad jobs that I've hated. So like even I mean I'm making way less money on the internet, but I was like, I'd rather keep doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're also putting in. I mean, I guess like in terms of your overall spiritual, emotional investment is more. But like when you do stuff like this, it's only like maybe a few hours a week of actual I don't know production. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing a podcast, it's like what you're putting out there is only like 2-3 hours a show.
Yeah,
And then but then from that, if you're making a few $100, from a few hours a week, it ain't bad.
I'll take it. Fucking take it.
Yeah, it feels nice, and it's like it's so difficult to make that first dollar that when you
Yeah.
do start making money, you kind of get a sense of like, okay, if I just keep doing this, I think pretty soon I'll be, I won't even have to worry about Boeing because I'll be flying private. I don't have to worry about their bunk ass planes.
We'll have to worry about helicopters, dude. Even better.
Mhm.
Oh God,
Yeah, as long as you get the
those
right
are the
pilot.
worst,
Helicopters? I've never flown a
dude.
helicopter.
Dangerous.
I'd have thought today though. I was thinking today that if you if you've ever taken a bus in a city, like I've always thought I was thinking today that like navigating a bus around a bustling metropolitan city,
Oh, the stress that would must be.
yeah, that seems like more work and more like would
Harder than being a
require
doctor.
more focus than flying an airplane. I have more respect for bus drivers than I do pilots.
Yeah, because the pilot, literally, that's where the expression autopilot.
Yeah, because
You
anytime
can't
I
auto bus.
yeah, exactly, yeah, you can't you have to have some guy driving the bus, and anytime I've taken a bus in a big city, I'm always impressed. I'm always like, man, you know the route, you're alert, you're abiding
Black.
by, you're black, that's cool.
Hey,
That's cool. I respect you.
Yeah,
yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, there's fucking no other planes in the sky either. There is, but you're not dealing with them. So
yeah, it's all mapped out so that you don't have to navigate around plane, like you don't have to.
Dude,
There is
traffic in the
there
sky
is
would be a
air
nightmare.
traffic, but that's why there's an entire team of people to make sure that it all goes smoothly. So I guess all that's I really what I'm trying to say is I don't really respect pilots, and I think
No,
it's
a lot of them are scumbags.
yeah, it's an overrated. They get too much praise. People value.
Most of them are addicts.
Yeah, they're all alcoholics and coke addicts.
yeah, literally every pilot I've ever come across beats their wife.
Degenerate scumbags.
Degenerates. He's a degenerate
Jarvis,
gambler.
fly this plane.
Did you ever, Drew? Did you ever do telemarketing?
Like cold calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I did that for CPAP machines, which was. I just had.
Oh, that's where I recognize your voice from.
Yeah,
You
you probably
sold me
called
my
a lot
CPAP.
of guys like Sal. Are you over 300 pounds?
You
I was
sold me my CPAP, dude.
I was like, "What? Do you snore? Does your wife say you snore?" And it was just dudes being like, "I don't have a wife."
Yo,
Has
how
anyone
many
ever?
of those did you get?
Every day, dude. I had to like do 70 outbound calls a day.
Dude, the call
Jesus, I
volume
don't
is
have a
brutal.
wife.
I did telemarketing cold calls for a oil company. It was like a company that was starting an oil drilling operation. It was weird. The headquarters was in Dallas. It was owned by an Australian guy, and the drilling operation was in the Sabine Parish in Louisiana. So
Okay.
I never saw this actual rig. I didn't know if it even actually existed. But I would have to make like 100 calls a day, and this was like blue chip investments. It was like the minimum buy-in was like $150,000. So I'm just calling someone out of the blue
What
who
are you selling?
it, investing, like
Oil.
trying to get people to invest in like a share of this oil drilling operation.
You
So,
said your boss was Australian?
dude, so he was in, to get this, the founder of the company is an Australian guy named Chris Hemsworth. No relation. to the actual Chris Hemsworth, but he was a like built, jacked Australian guy, beautiful Australian man named Chris Hemsworth. And he founded some oil company that is headquartered in Dallas. They drill in Louisiana, and they hired me to just call like mostly people that were dead. Like most people I called, I'd be like, "Hey, can I talk to like Richard Thomas or whatever?" And it'd just be some little old lady and be like, "Oh, my husband Richard passed away 4 years ago," and I'd always be like, "Well, did he leave you any money? Because I have an
Yeah.
amazing investment opportunity." It
Oh
was
God,
brutal,
that's
dude.
sad.
Yeah, I didn't understand how I'm supposed to just call someone out of the blue and be like, "Do you have $150,000 laying around that you're trying to do something with?" Yeah,
Yeah, that's that seems like the worst thing to try and sell. You should have tried CPAPs.
yeah, I should. Yeah, CPAPs probably would have been better. Yeah, because anyone I talked to that actually knew about oil investments, they would just get mad. They'd be like, "Do you have any fucking idea how much money I've lost in oil? It's the worst investment strategy." And I'm like, "I don't even know I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about this. The computer called you. It's an auto dialer."
Apparently, those guys make a ton of money though working on the rig.
The guys on the rig make money. The real money is just in the office. The guys in the suits who actually close the deal. Like I was just lead generation, but the guys in the suits that make the call and get the investor to like send over the money, they make, you know, really good money, I guess. They celebrated like they did whenever they closed the sale. They'd bang a gong and then play music and dance.
Really?
Yeah, anytime they
In
closed it.
Australia?
No, no, and this was in Dallas.
Hey, we're not even Chinese. It's funny.
We did the same thing when I did the FiOS door to door. That's why I hated it, is because every day we had to dress up in suits and meet at the office, and then we would go out, we'd put the suits on, we'd play like a fucking like icebreaker, like word game, like Hangman or some shit, and then
Jesus Christ.
you have to put on the red Verizon polo, go out there, sell FiOS door to door for fucking 8 hours, and then come back to the office and celebrate everybody who made a sale. And that they would do it where like it'd be like a line of everyone clapping, and you'd have to go through or like go down the aisle of everyone clapping and ring the gong. And I was like, this fucking it's such a cult. It was crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, so you got tired of the cult mentality and got into stand-up comedy. There's definitely none of that.
Now I'm fully involved in it still, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I haven't done stand-up in a little while, like ever since my little accident I had, but I'm still doing funny things, I guess. But stand-up is definitely it definitely felt like there were shades, little glimpses of cult mentality in a lot of these clubs I had dealings with.
Yeah. Did you start in New York?
Sal and I started actually together in my college town. I don't know what Sal was doing there. He was not. You were not going to college.
Yeah, cheap
So,
rent.
cheap, yeah, very cheap rent. I think the most I ever paid in rent there was like $700 a month.
Yeah, my house was $800 a month.
Yeah. It was a little town called Denton, Texas. Still exists. It is called Denton, Texas. And we would just go to all the coffee shops and bars or whatever that had open mics. And none of them were necessarily for comedy. They were like a variety, music, poetry, comedy, spoken word, like whatever. And then
Pizza place.
yeah, and then eventually a lot of us that were doing a
Taco
comedy,
shop.
yeah, that a lot of us that were doing comedy a ton in that town eventually started making our way out to Dallas to actually go try and get in at the clubs. So it was like, the Dallas Fort Worth areas where I started, and then I found some semblance of success in New York, and then you know doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But I always found the like actually trying to deal with comedy clubs to be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I think I ended up. You worked. I remember you were opening for them for a little while, but you didn't want to continue, right? you were featuring?
It to me, it just wasn't worth it because hyenas would hire you to MC, but it would be 5 shows. You do a show Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
You ended up making like $200.
No, you make
If that.
$100. You make $100 at the end of the weekend. It's like I had to drive out here every night. It was like a 60-mile drive.
They started paying a little more though.
Maybe they might have after I stopped doing
Like
it. They
I
might have.
mean, what's $200 for all those shows? I mean,
Yeah, it's not a lot of. It just the paychecks I was getting. I don't even think were covering my gas. Like to get
no,
from
and then they would still charge you for like a meal.
yeah, and they would yeah they
Well, it's
wouldn't
like, dude,
even
I'm about to perform. Like, you don't want me
yeah
to eat? Like, you don't want me to?
yeah. Randy did not really put a lot of emphasis on developing or curating new talent. He
I
made it
gotta pay
very
for chicken tenders.
he made it very hostile for anyone who like wanted to try and start doing comedy.
Well, it was kind of like frat, like where they almost like they have to be mean to you. Like you got to pay your dues.
But I saw it for what it was early on, and Drew,
Yeah.
I don't know, Drew, I don't know what your experience has been, but like this, we're talking at this point now 10 years ago, I guess. I saw the way the internet was headed, and I was like, I feel like all this stuff we're trying to do at these clubs is kind of very antiquated. I feel like if any one of us just started doing dumb shit on the internet, we would probably garner more of an audience and have a better time and not get yanked around by these guys.
Yeah, and I mean that's exactly what it's become. At least like from the time I've started to even a little bit before that, like where I saw it going. But yeah, it's like at least when I started, I remember it was in the clubs, a lot more comics coming through and doing like these headline sets, whether it was weekends or just one nighters. And now you look at like the schedules, and it's literally all internet dudes that don't do stand up at all. But
Mm-hmm.
they might have just started. It sucks because I always try and hate on them, and then I'll meet these dudes like after their shows, and they're all cool. They're all like, "Yeah, dude, I'm just figuring it out," and I'm like, "Fuck, I can't hate you. I can't hate you that much."
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as they have a good attitude about it, it's like I don't, you're selling tickets and creating work for people.
But no, a lot of it like, and I think I don't know if like it wasn't an original idea. It was like people I was fans of when I started it, but like I kind of saw what they were doing. It was just all going toward like not necessarily doing dumb shit on the internet to go viral, but just like trying to build the audience on the internet.
Yeah,
How much cooler is it though when you are getting along with all the people on a show? Like when you guys have like really clicked, been drinking together in the green room. Like how much better is the show? Like it's so much. I just feel like all the jokes are better.
yeah. I mean, that's the best part is just hanging out in the green room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's so much better. Like if there's someone kind of standoffish where everyone's just kind of there, they're doing their sets and not really talking. It's like I don't know. I'd almost rather be with my buddies.
Yeah, no, I've worked with dudes who like headliners who don't let you hang in the green room.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, I would have just fucking stayed home and played Madden all night. I don't want to watch your show. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
it's like honestly, the last thing I want to do is watch stand-up comedy tonight. I mean, I don't want to actually watch you.
dude, the one time that happened, I just like hung out at the bar until the show was over, and I ended up like
That's
two
how Pauly Shore is.
like 3 out of the 5 shows. I think I got so hammered that like I was almost unbearable by the end of it. But like when you're hosting these shows, you have to go out and be like, all right, thanks, tip your staff, and everybody get home safe. But like when a guy tells you don't hang in the green room, and I'm like, well, I don't want to watch this shit. Now I'm just gonna black out, and then yeah, I'm pretty unbearable hosting it by the end. But
Yeah, yeah. I really hated the nights where because I worked with guys like that, and I really hated just having to sit in the back of the showroom and just watch their set.
one of my favorite stories is Ryan. You know Ryan Foster? He's a Philly comic.
Yeah,
He also started like maybe 6 months before me around Naeem's time. He's very funny. He's the man. But he was hosting for Gary Owen at Helium one weekend, and Gary Owen was the same way. He's like, yo, I don't want anyone hanging in the green room. He's like, if you want to like talk and like get advice, we can hang out afterwards. And Foster's like, fucking no, I don't want advice from you. And then, but the whole time, Gary Owen, he did 5 shows, and every one, Gary Owen wanted him to help him sell merch. And he
I
never,
hate that.
never paid him, but he
Don't
said,
ask me to even pick up a merch bag.
he kept telling him, he's like, yo, I'll pay you at the end of the week. I'll hook you up. And then, so they did the 5 shows. He was like a dickhead to him the whole weekend. And then after the whole weekend of helping him sell merch, Gary Owen pulled out 2 $10 bills and then gave Ryan one and then put one back in his pocket.
Damn.
Out too much money to give him $20.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
Gary Owen's kind of like the prototype Schultz. Like he's the original Wigger comedian. And now, now there's been more of a proliferation of that kind of guy. Now we got it, Andrew Schultz is playing Madison Square Garden. Gary
Yeah.
Owen
That was nuts to see.
Gary Owen must be fuming mad seeing that.
I mean, Gary Owen's lucky if he could open for fucking on the road at this point. Like
We talking about Gary Oldman?
Gary Owen.
Oh, damn.
He was the token, like not token white guy, the guy we knew, but he's like the token white guy in the black scene on TV back in the day. Like he was on Comic View, and he was like, "Let me tell y'all something about sisters." The thing about sisters, and he's just like fully white.
But he is the whitest looking guy ever, and that is his whole act. He's like something about getting invited to the barbecue. Think about cookout. You like shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, because I feel like a true Wigger is not trying to mimic black people. It's being like a Wigger is a very distinct identity.
They just hang out with black people.
Any black guy that I grew up hanging out with, if Gary Owen tried that shit around them, they would fucking pants him and take his wallet. Like,
dude.
Gary Owen talks, he like hits the whip and the nay and shit. He's like very gay and animated. He's fucking everything.
You used to be able to pants people. Now it's like a fucking crime.
Now it's a federal offense.
It's rape if you pants somebody.
Gary Owen, dude.
Are you rolling a blunt right now?
Rape them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you rolling it with?
A great backwoods.
What are you rolling up, a blunt?
Full blown Wigger, dude, till I die.
Yeah,
you
dude.
Twisting an L?
He's got a backwoods going.
Man, I was just talking to my buddy. Like, I haven't smoked a true blunt in forever.
What do you smoke now?
Just joints or out of glassware or pens, dabs. It's just been so long. What?
You smoke weed, Dalton?
I can't anymore. Weed was part
His
of
brain
what,
is broken.
Yeah, weed is part of what broke my brain. I smoked a ton of it for a few years.
He got addicted.
I got really addicted during the pandemic.
Went to rehab for it.
I didn't go to rehab. I just got locked up.
He got the shakes.
I got locked up in the hospital. And they had to go in and my doctor said, "Don't ever smoke weed again because you probably will not survive."
He literally got reefer madness.
I did. I literally got reefer madness.
Like what they were trying to
dude.
Say
I remember
in that movie, it happened to you.
I'll tell you when the switch flipped. It actually was at Skankfest South 2021 in Houston. We were in the green room, and I mean, I had been doing drugs all weekend, but I can
John
tell
Brown
you,
there?
Yes, he was.
He's told me about this.
I can tell you when I felt my brain really like flip over in the skillet. we were in the green room, and I hit a dab. Like I did a full dab, and that was where I said, "Oh, something bad's happening to me." Like I stood up and I was like, something's wrong with me. I gotta go back to my hotel room. And then I just like the next I don't know, year and a half of my life was a complete fucking nightmare.
You never were sober.
I never came down, dude. Like I went crazy and then spent a lot of time insane and then recovering from that.
Don, what if you look down at the clock and it's literally only been 4 minutes since that happened?
This is all one DM.
Yeah, you're right back.
Dude, I've had that thought so many times. Like I've had a few different drug experiences where I've thought to myself, what if everything I've experienced since I took a hit of whatever that was has just been me tripping, and then you know, at any moment I'm just still going to be on Brett's couch.
Yeah, like what if I'm still tripping from my last
Yeah,
like
it's still
drug that you
20.
did?
It's still 2016, and he's.
Yo, I think that about a bike ride my parents made me go on, where I told them I was so tired I was gonna pass out, and I was like, "What? If, what if I did pass out? I've been in
Yeah,
the hospital since then. This is when I
yeah,
was like a little kid."
yeah. It could all just be a dream.
I don't so much have that, but I've talked about this before. I have severe cases of Billy Madison syndrome sometimes.
What the fuck is that? Where you see shit?
I just see penguins outside. No, the god penguin keeps having sex with my girlfriend. No,
Billy Madison syndrome. Like,
Billy Madison is where
10 out of 10 women just throw themselves at you in crazy situations.
yeah. Yeah, I'm back in 3rd grade. I'm eating glue. No, it's when like this is also a syndrome I've made up, but it's when I think at sometimes I think that my mom and dad are paying everybody to interact with me in the way that they do.
Dude.
The funds to do nowhere near this. It would have broke them years ago. But I remember in like it the older I get, the more I realize like
Some of us are volunteers, like me and Dalton.
man, it's like my mom, there's no way she knows Lewis. There's no way she got me on Skankfest. But like when I was in college and high school, I like really believed it. I was like, I like anything my teachers would tell me, I'd be like, "You're full of shit. My mom told you to tell me that."
I did have a very real when I was going through my thing that I had a very similar delusion where I thought that everyone in my life, my friends, Lewis, my mom, dad, like everyone I've ever known, all knew each other and were communicating with each other behind my back and were like manipulating events, not to conspire against me necessarily,
No,
but
not at all. Conspire for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it had become so real, and just like the idea that I was not in control of anything in my life, and that all these other people were working to like set the path for me that I was on. Like I was just in a like roller coaster cart that they had built the track, like they had built the track for.
Like the episode of It's Always Sunny where she becomes a stand-up.
Yes, yes, yes. Truly, yes.
Exactly.
And I started to become so conspiratorial and delusional that whenever anyone tried to help or tried to talk sense into me, I just was like, "You're all in on it. I know what's like. Stop lying to me." And they'd be
Oh,
like,
that sounds
"Please go
so
to the
annoying.
hospital."
This is why I've said for years. I was like, I gotta meet Dalton, dude. We are one and the same in so many ways.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched from afar, and it's made me. I'm happy that you and Cracker Boys. I watched y'all play Madden a few like what was that a few weeks ago? You guys were just playing Madden together
Oh,
on
dude,
the
you play
stream.
Madden?
I'm okay at Madden. I like
You
this.
want to play after this?
I'm down. Do you have Xbox?
I got a computer.
Can we play?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'll send
Yeah.
you my screen name or whatever.
I've been playing with Michael Hall since we had him on the
Since we
show.
did the episode with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
and
been beating me
I don't even
he
play
beats me
sport.
a lot.
I watched you guys hang out because I like I'm working with Crack now. I love Crack and big fans of you guys. So I was willing to. I don't even like sports video games, but I did watch like 2 hours of you guys playing Madden together.
I'm
I
a big fan of anything Crack does. That's why yeah, I was a fan of what you were doing before, just from like afar. And then once I saw you guys got together, I was like, yeah, this rules.
yeah, Crack. There has been a community effort. I mean, not just for all of us to try and have our own careers, but it does feel like sort of like honestly Billy Madison syndrome, where there is like now a community effort to save me and and help me rebuild what I was doing.
I will say Crack was he's been like a big component from the outside looking in of that. And I think he's trying to do it with Robbie too. And I like that. I don't know Robbie, I've never met him, but he seems like a cool dude.
Robbie's a cool dude. I love Robbie. Robbie's very funny. I don't know why. The question has always been like, why was Robbie the most hated person on the internet
Why is Robbie?
for so many years? Like Robbie caught the most shit out of like anyone I've ever met. People really hated Robbie, and I was like, I know like 50 other dudes that you should hate more than him. He's actually funny and pretty earnest in what he does. But he got dogpiled for a long time, and it's
That-
nice to see him come out the other side of that.
when you never like we had Mike Feeney on Durag a couple weeks ago. I love Feeney. I think he's so funny. I think his stand-up's solid. Every time like I've done a podcast with him, he's been funny. And he did Durag, and we thought like in our heads, we're like, this is like a good get for us. Like we're not as big as Mike, you know what I mean? So we were like pumped about it. And dude, most of the comments were like, Feeney's gay. I was like, he's fucking killing on here. What are you guys talking about?
That's nuts.
And they were like, Feeney's a fucking homo. He fucking stink. I was like, why?
Yeah, the people on the internet, I have a love hate relationship with all the strangers online because there's a lot they're very supportive, and they're also, even the ones that are very supportive can also be haters from time to time. But then there's just a lot of people who seem to have this like unbridled rage towards everything they're consuming, where it's like, why are you're spending so much time just ingesting things you're not gonna like? Which honestly, I do that too. So
Yeah, don't. I mean, I watch Mr. Beast every time he drops within an hour of it dropping. I have the
Do you
note.
really?
Yeah, to hate watch.
yeah, I've watched so many.
Once a week, I watch Mr. Beast lock 100 fucking children in a cage and see which one gets out first as he shoots confetti at him or something, like the craziest shit. And I'm like, I need to.
Yeah, they're like crying at the end, and he's trying to hand him money, and they're just like, "I want to go home."
Next week, we're gonna put 1,000 Korean guys in a maze, have them fucking run around.
Mhm.
Don't you want this $10,000? They're like, "No, dude, just get me out of here."
Yeah, I probably spend more time watching things I know I'm not going to enjoy just to hate than I do watching anything I actually enjoy. So honestly, I kind of understand the Mike Feeney haters on that one.
And it's a fun thing to do to hate on the internet. It's a I didn't want to mention the god Sweeze, but I mean he was the fucking king of it, dude.
Dude, okay.
Squeeze?
Squeeze is the glue that binds us all together.
Bro, you know what's funny is I try not to pay too much attention to it, and like in the past like week or two, I've made somewhat of an effort to like lower my screen time. So I missed a lot of this. And I would just get on randomly and see like everyone's going at Squeeze. And then also people are like, I don't know if it's at me and you or like who it's at, but people are like subtweeting shit and they're like, and also these other people that are enabling Squeeze. And I'm like, enabling what, bro? It's like I don't know these people. These people are like, yo, the pod rules. And
I think Squeeze is enabling you. I think a good 30% of Durag profits are from Squeeze.
That's what people are
Is
like.
Squeeze the guy that drinks the alcohol?
No, you're thinking of Shoe Nice. No, Squeeze he's a friend of the show.
Think Squeeze is also the guy that drinks the alcohol.
Squeeze is the guy that,
Squeeze is the one that makes up everything.
Ignatius J. Squeeze. He tells tall tales because
I love people like that.
Yeah, we were laughing about that last night on the stream. That according to Squeeze's Twitter, like each week traveling thousands and thousands of miles across Texas and Oklahoma and wherever else to go interview for different jobs, and he's having sex with every fat Latino along the way and making like thousands of dollars a month on YouTube. Like I don't
time, dude.
do what?
Listening to the podcast the whole time. Like
And he's
like listening to him on repeat. Like he knows more shit that I said on it than I do. It's crazy.
Yeah, he probably knows like every intimate detail of like yours and Naeem's and Rob's lives.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, Sweeze is tight. I mean, and I feel for Sweeze. I do. I'm a Sweeze appreciator. As much as he's unfollowed me and blocked me and said, maybe hated me at times, always have a soft spot for Sweeze because I've been there. You know, I've been in that state of mind in that place that whatever's going on. I mean, maybe not exactly whatever's going on with him, but he's he is definitely a character. He's one of the podcast super fans who it also does seem like you can see it with him and a lot of people the trajectory of like he's a bit like being a big fan of something and then like 2 months later he's like, yo, fuck Tony Hinchcliffe. we're like we're like 2 months prior to that he was like, I love Kill Tony. Tony's awesome.
What a good idea.
I know. It sucks because I am waiting on the inevitable when he hates me, but I have nothing but good things to say about him, and I'm trying to keep him in my good graces.
Shout out to Squeeze.
He probably has more shirts with your face on them than anything else in his closet.
It is funny to think though that like someone that loves comedy shit so much and then starts hating on someone, it's like when your favorite player gets traded from a team. Like Squeeze is like burning do-rag shirts like they're Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please don't start burning
shirts. Wild to think about.
Yeah, he's boycotting do-rag and the deer tag now.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, I mean, prayers to Squeeze. I don't know what's going on with him.
I want to be the first weekend at his comedy club.
Yeah, whenever he does open up that comedy club in Katy, Texas.
Yeah, I can't wait till that's open.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the RV and his brother gets out of jail and he starts the
broke
podcast,
ground on it.
And he opens up that comedy club. I'd love to work there.
He did one of my favorite things, which was he brought a bag of 200 or 175 do-rags to Skankfest last year and just passed them out to all the people there. But and he's like, yo, I ordered 75 do-rags. Do you think that's enough? And I was like, that's more than enough for sure.
And he's like, so I need to order 100 more. Got it.
He's like, got it. I need 100 more. We're just throwing them at people. It was crazy.
Yeah, he loves you guys, and he seems to enjoy some of the stuff I do. I've interacted with him a few times. Like I've talked to him, and it is like alarming how all he wants to talk about is podcasting and podcasts. Because I'm like, I don't really listen to that many, man. Like I don't pay attention to much of this. So
he was very helpful during WrestleMania this year. I haven't watched wrestling in years, and that was my go-to.
Oh, Squeeze was because he's also a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, Lemaire's too famous to answer my texts fast now. Squeeze would just
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Yes. Yeah, it's been interesting to see Lemare become famous because I remember when he used to come to an open mic I hosted, and he was just like, and just a black virgin, just a nerdy black virgin who would, just do jokes about how much he hated women at my open mic, and now he's arguably one of the most successful people I've ever been friends with.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that he's like, for all the people that like started comedy like the time I did to see the success he's had from then till now, it's very cool. It's like one of the, you know what I mean? Not to like be gay about it, but he's like one of the dudes in the scene that's like making money and like moved out now. So we're all like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, he really did succeed, and I mean,
Bear brought me for my first like weekend on the road with him to Columbus, Ohio. And I used to do a joke. I still do it sometimes about abortions. And it was right after they had passed the law in Ohio that made it like the worst abortion laws in the country. And I started the joke, and before I could even like get into it, this lady stood up and she's like, this ain't the state for that. And mind you, right before then, it was a wireless microphone. At one point, I was doing a joke about Rush Limbaugh, and I walked around the room and dapped up everyone in the room. It was like the best set I'd ever had until I tried to close with the abortion thing. And she said, this ain't the state for that. And being a dumb comic, I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. And then 2 seconds later, a fucking chicken finger whizzed past my head, and I ducked it like George Bush with the sandal, and it fucking hit the backsplash behind me. And then, yeah, Lemaire had to get out of that hole, and he bombed so hard that I think he stopped being friends with me for a few months.
He went on stage. He was like, "What's going on with this new Street Fighter? I don't understand the mechanics of the new Street Fighter game."
Yeah, and they're like, "Who the fuck's that guy you brought with you?" Like they hated me.
Yeah, Lemaire rules. Yeah, it's been cool to see him move up the ranks, and to also see like somebody as like nerdy and autistic as him just interact with really famous people is very funny.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy what the doors that podcasting opens. Because I feel like just 10 years ago, a guy like Lemaire would, he's just beating off in his mom's house. Like he's living with his mom. He's being no hope of anything like this. But now, you know,
Limit.
yeah, we got podcasting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you
The
say, Drew?
dream.
I just said sky's the limit. It's crazy.
Sky is the limit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing these days. I'm, just trying something. We do got to get we do got to get you on a Crowder Boys soon. I wanted to have you on here because these are more intimate, maybe just, sort of conversations, interview style. Crowder Boys is where we really just riff bits and never really finish a thought.
I'm always down for either one, dude. I'm happy we did this.
Yeah, you're cool as shit, man. It's been cool to see you guys like you guys and a lot of the Philly scene. It's been nice to see just real dudes who work shit jobs and grew up shitty and probably are currently on SSI and food stamps.
Just bad people.
Right now, dude.
You're on food stamps right now.
I always got 3 cases of Poland Springs downstairs. Shout out to EBT.
Nice.
Water than hydrated.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice to see like real dudes succeeding.
I didn't go full Wegger rich with the food stamps, as they say. I'm still a meat and potatoes guy. I'm not like a fucking crab legs, lobster tails on the food stamps type dude.
Right.
I still respect the government. I eat what ancestors would eat still.
Yeah. You're not
That's
a
why-
welfare. You're not a welfare queen. You're more of a welfare like landed gentry, some lower
why-
ranking.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I mean, hey, look, I say try and take as much money from the government as possible for any reason, because if they're going to give billions to Israel, they should at least give a few hundred to our nation's Wiggers.
I'll be honest, that's when I signed up, is when we gave the first 400 million to the Ukraine. I said, whoa. I don't right now. Let me see what I can do about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. More people. More people in this country should try and siphon money from the government.
We should be able to get everyone should be able to get basic groceries for free.
Yeah, cancel all the student loans.
I'm
Cancel
talking eggs and shit. Like the chickens fucking poop those out.
Yeah.
Cows drop dead on the side of the road. Like your basic fucking groceries should be free. If you want Pop-Tarts, then you got to buy Pop-Tarts. Whatever.
Free groceries. Cancel my credit card debt. Pay off the money I owe PayPal.
Prostitution should be legalized.
Prostitution should be legal. There should be universal basic
and
pussy.
enforced in schools.
Basic.
Yeah, UBP, universal basic pussy, because
Yeah,
there's no greater threat, or there's no greater burden on this society than guys in their late 20s who are still virgins.
yeah, that's really gonna be what could do us over as a society. There should be, if you can't get pussy, you should be able to go get a government worker that will like is required.
Yeah, because
to
there's
be
no
appointed to
shame.
you.
There's no shame in not being able to get pussy.
Like a pro bono.
It's hard to talk to
hooker.
girls. It's like a difficult challenge.
Well, if we're doing therapy is now covered by insurance. There's no way pussy shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, but it's like you don't get to pick. Like it could be anyone.
If it's not free, it should only be like a few dollars out of pocket. You know what I mean? It should be subsidized.
You like the you can't pick. Like you got to spin the fucking prize wheel at Price is Right and see which lady you end up with.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I
listen,
mean, it's
Sherry went to lunch, so she's not available. But
yeah.
I'm
I mean, look,
I'm all you got, sweetheart.
you're getting Medicaid pussy. It's not going to be. This isn't private sector, private insurance pussy. This is government supplied pussy. So it's you take what you can get.
You have to
Doesn't.
go down to like a building in Dallas, and
Yeah.
it's like dirty.
Hmm. That would have been a big help for me though. If I was like 16 or 17 and somebody had just if there was a way to just like here have some pussy. Like
Get some, yeah.
we paid for some pussy for you. That would have the next 10 years of my life would have gone so much better. Just so differently, so much better.
We'll say a lot of virgins, I think they don't want that though. They don't want someone to buy them the pussy.
Yeah, they hold out.
They want to earn it.
That's foolish thinking.
It is. There's a fully autistic guy in Philly comedy that's a virgin, and Naeem was trying to buy him some pussy last year.
What do they say about bird in the hand?
The guy was getting pissed.
Yeah, because I eventually just bought pussy and it was like, okay, I can calm
Cheap.
down. Was it cheap? No, dude. I
cheap.
needed
No, I'm saying
I
it's
needed the
cheap.
government pussy, dude. I wish I had government pussy because it was not cheap.
Yeah. I'm about to get on that assistance.
But
pussy.
it did. I will say it wasn't like it changed my life. It was just it just kind of like broke down any sort of hang-ups or reservations I had about that sort of thing where I was like, okay, now as I navigate the world of pussy, I can do that better now that I've broken the seal.
Yeah.
What kind of shit would you have to like?
Goal is to just navigate the world of getting pussy better. Never to be great at it, but just to navigate the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the world of pussy is treacherous. It's very
I
scary.
wish someone told me that like it's not a big deal if you don't get laid like a bunch during a certain like decade. Like when you're in your 30s, everyone's just sucking and fucking each other. It doesn't matter what you look like.
Yeah.
As long as you have a serviceable penis and you're clean.
I lied about getting pussy in high school just because my friends were probably also lying about getting pussy. I was convinced they were, and then I just had to like make up all these stories that like they eventually found out were lies, and then I just looked more lame than.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you like, hope that by the time you get found out, you have actually gotten some pussy, and you're like, hey, the lies worked.
You realize the lies were ridiculous.
Girl, like, oh, you had sex with Drew? She's like, no. I'm like, you weren't supposed to ask her, dude. I just told you that in confidence. Thinking
they probably thought something was fishy though, because you were like, yeah, I peed in her bathing suit.
I never even tried that because there was no way anyone would ever even believe that at all. Like if I started trying to lie to people about getting pussy, they would just immediately go, and you know, no way, dude.
They would have to vouch for it. Like you couldn't just tell that story.
Yeah.
Someone would have to come over and be like, no, I gave him some pussy.
But these days, I guess where my life is now, I don't even think about it too much now.
It's not hard like to get laid in your 30s. It's like it was when you were like younger and the stars had to align, you know?
Oh yeah, when I was younger, I was truly terrified to talk to women. Just like the idea of just like striking up a conversation with a woman, I couldn't do that.
Now online now.
Now I'm publicly horny for any woman that I find attractive. And
yeah, you're like Brock from Pokemon.
Yeah, sure. I'm like Master Roshi on Dragon Ball. Hold on, Dragon Ball Z.
We must first master.
I'm horny like Master Roshi.
Do the thing.
Hit it again.
The Kamehameha. Oh yeah,
It's broken. Your soundboard's broken.
Is it not working?
No.
Oh, so you guys are just sitting there listening to nothing.
Yeah, we're waiting for it.
Okay. Hold on. Now I got it.
This will be my greatest, most powerful Kamehameha!
Damn. I wonder how many soundboards I've pressed that you guys didn't hear. You guys heard the
No, you just kept doing this like something was about to play.
You guys didn't hear the station tag at the beginning?
Oh, I heard that one.
You heard that one? When did it turn off?
We've heard that one. The
You heard the N word.
The
Tim
N word.
Allen. Yeah, just run through them.
What about this one?
I love that one.
Dude, soundboards are fun. I got to make new sounds for it. I got to figure out how to use all the functionality of it. I owe it to Lily Abernathy.
I got
Yeah.
my phone. Can I play you my favorite one real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Please.
All right, let me make sure volume's up. This one's kind of hard to understand, but here we go.
There are dozens of videos and photos of Obama having flies land on him indoors at all times of year, and he'll be next to 100 people and no one has flies on him.
So I've never heard that clip before.
Pretty good.
Do you saying that Obama's a demon?
It's just Alex Jones saying
Obama's smelly.
It's either Obama's smelly or he's a demon, because there's only
Smelly
two things
something.
that flies are attracted to.
he said hundreds of times a year he'll be indoors.
Hundreds. Yeah.
Else says flies on him.
That's cool.
I've never seen video of this.
That's how you know he's African. The flies are still in.
Yeah. And then he's
Dude.
unbothered by it.
Yeah, Alex Jones rocks. That's a good clip.
I got that one. I got the Yahtzee sound effect, and then I got the Island Boys saying George Bush. I got the Island Boys to do a cameo for us a couple of years ago.
Nice.
And in the thing I asked him what he thinks about George Bush, and he's just reading.
Dude, we gotta hear this.
Dude, I'll play you the whole
Please.
the whole thing, because he couldn't pronounce any of it. I wanted him to say Naeem is gay, and he like fucked that up somehow.
I'm by.
Hold on, let me find this.
Yo,
But does he...
dear Tag, you're the funniest podcast ever. Drew, you're a gangster. I hear you're a fan of us, man. I love you so much, dog. And I'm Rob. Or some hating ass crackers. We'll fight someone for you. Oh, you snappy if you're in Philly. We got bitches. Appreciate that, dog. And what do I think about George Bush? He's straight. You feel me? Whatever. All right, gang B's, man. Keep on being an island boy. Big shout out to Dear Tag. They're the funniest podcast ever. And Drew is a gangster, yeah.
Wow,
dude.
that's cool.
Wanted him to say I think something along the lines of Drew is a gangster, Naeem and Rob are some hating ass crackers.
He didn't say none of that.
Yeah, he said, nah, I'm Rob, some hating ass. He couldn't read any of it. And then the George Bush thing makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's straight.
Whatever.
Feel me?
Fuck with
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Just a guy with nothing in his brain. Just listening to him is like, he doesn't know who George Bush is.
It's just a dude like 50 cameos at once. Just like all these things being like,
He's like, oh shit. What do I think about George Bush?
Yeah.
like he's doing all like happy birthday songs. And then it's just a guy being like, what do you think about George W. Bush?
You can tell he's not reading them at all before he does it.
Yeah, but I mean, I've said it before, that's really how you succeed now, is just be retarded. And then people just start giving you money to be retarded.
Right before
ABR. Always be retarded.
I was watching a TikTok he just posted, my boy Fly Soldier, and people are hating on him on the internet because he moved in with his girl, and everyone thinks that he's just mooching off her. So he had to go on and defend his honor, and it was pretty sick. He's like, yo, I still pay for everything for this bitch. I'm just saving up to buy a house. And then he started talking about mortgage rates and like why it's not a good time to buy right now. I was like, this is the guy I need this advice from.
Mm-hmm.
I still need market.
Yeah, I don't understand the housing market. Do you own a home?
I still rent. But I mean, I'm not looking to buy right now until my boy Fly Soldier is. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I had someone on Twitter today actually get under my skin where I had to block them because they did touch a nerve with me, because this is like troll, and usually my response to trolls is just like, I'll just post like yes or no. Like they'll ask me some shitty question, I'll just go, yeah, sure. But this guy was like, I posted something. This guy was like, "So how does it feel to know that you'll never own property at any point in your life?" And I tried to be clever about it, where I was like, "Well, does anyone ever actually own property?" And he was like, "That's just what poor people say to cope with the fact that they can't afford property tax." And I was like, "Okay, you got me. I'm blocking you now." It's
I
like,
mean, that's at least the argument I had him with. Like, I don't understand it. I'm still paying, still feel like I'm paying rent on it. So
yeah, I get, but there is some truth to what that guy said. It's like, if you've never owned property, if you've always rented, you just tell yourself like, well, I mean, even if I buy a house
right.
and pay it off, I still have to pay property tax, and that does seem like a very like poor people brain mentality.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another excuse of why I don't have the down payment. But
Yeah.
Hey, do you got a little pair of hemostats that you bust out when that thing gets short?
no, I need to get some though.
Yeah, those are the best.
What's a hemostat?
Well, Dalton, you idiot. A hemostat is a complex medical tool used for smoking a blunt when it gets too small.
It's a roach clip.
Yeah, they're like little scissors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know what
Yeah,
they
they're like little
are.
clamps.
Yeah.
Roach clip, yeah.
I've burned the tips of my fingers so many times that I'm pretty sure they're numb to roaches. I can just smoke these things down.
Oh yeah, you have what chefs call asbestos hands, but just for blunts.
Yeah.
Like just the tips of
I'll
your
just
fingers.
like leave it in my mouth and just till it's like I won't even. I'll go hands free essentially till it's out. Then I'll Superman it. You ever do Superman?
Swallow it.
Yeah.
I have friends that do it. Still to this day, they're like in their 30s, and I'm like, yo,
They blow out the smoke. Go, I'm the real fucking Superman.
See, I don't touch the devil's leaf no more.
They get
I just
lightheaded and pass
I got my
out.
nicotine vapes, I got my geek bar, and then I got my mineral water. I stay hydrated.
that's all you need, bro.
You fucking country clubs and your TV shows.
I can't wait to have enough money to go to a country club. Every time I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm and they're golfing, to me, I'm like, that's living.
It's not hard to get a membership to one, and just you gotta. It's like $1,000 a year.
Not the one that Larry David goes to in the show.
No, yeah, but you can get like a decent membership, like a day pass.
At a
Yeah.
country club.
I think my dad pays like $300 a year to golf, and it's like a shitty golf
Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere. But
you know,
Yeah.
you don't get to go to the sex parties or nothing, but just to golf.
Oh, yeah. No, I want to put a golf ball in a woman's ass.
Yeah, you want it to go up inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
little more expensive.
golfing does look. I've only ever golfed once. I golfed 9 holes years and years ago.
She didn't even golf a hole. Just to
I
have.
enjoyed it. I would love to be able to do it more regularly. I'd love to be.
therapeutic.
You like whacking balls?
I like whacking balls. I mean, even
I do like going out and whacking some balls at the driving range.
even putt putt is fun. I'll do putt putt.
I want to go to a batting cage. Like, why is that not more popular?
Batting cages, because everybody just stays inside now. Nobody wants to do shit anymore. So batting cages are tight.
Yeah, like I want to hit some dingers, bro. Like, when was the last time you fucking did that?
Dude, I went bowling the other day. I went bowling a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I forgot how fun it is to actually do things.
Yeah,
To
we could do
actually
like video
go
game bowling though.
do what?
We could just do video game bowling. You want to play bowling?
Exactly. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not the Wii bowling is not the same as bowling.
It's not the physics of that kind of shit. VR is really not there yet. Like, you ever try
Yeah.
to pick something up and set it down in VR? It's like, all right, this is clearly not real.
I've never done VR. I'm still
I got kind of sick, bro. My friend has a whole setup. I went to his house and it was like a fighting game and like you're shooting guns. I mean, it feels like you are in the game, but when you go to move, like I got so sick.
yeah, I feel like I would get motion sick.
Yeah. It doesn't look enjoyable to me. I'm like, I don't need my video game to be right next to my eyes.
I don't need to be in it. It feels like you're in it is the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't need that. The TV is fine.
You know what I'll take? Those Google the glasses, you know, if they can project, if you can do that where you can project your game like anywhere, I'll take that.
Yeah,
But
it's still not good enough for me to like buy into it though. It still kind of looks like shit to me.
yeah, if you could project your game though, like if you could just have them on and like you're fucking, it's like a big screen essentially, like that might be tight.
Yeah, so you're paying $35 to project a TV screen that's not as good as an actual TV.
I mean, who knows where the technology will go with that?
I mean, yeah, maybe the Google or no, the Apple goggles. I mean, they'll get better, I guess, but
I think it's more like I think the VR thing is cool, but I would rather have the game like in my living room where I could play it versus being inside the game
I
like with
wish
the
we
VR.
had Fallout technology. Like rather than everything being
Oh yeah,
hyper, I wish
robots
everything was like 50s technology, but also
robots with buzz saws cutting your liver out.
yeah, like the TVs were still tube TVs, but also there's
Mm,
robots.
have a nuclear fucking vitamin.
Yeah.
More laser guns.
Yeah, because I feel like the aesthetics of our technology now, like everything that's developed, and
Fallout don't make no damn sense.
yeah, it's all too sleek and feels very I don't know, like empty. Whereas like if I see like a like an old toy, even like an old Toyota and a big ass 80s cell phone, I'm like that we should have stopped there.
You ever think about what life would be like if we, you know how we peaked? We said we peaked in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
How if it just kept going though, like we would be in the Victorian, like everything would be like so fucking eloquent. We'd be wearing like big fucking.
I've thought about that a lot because
We go
it
to
does feel
Taco Bell, there'd be servers like and shit.
it does feel like all throughout the 80s and 90s the American the
Lavish.
life in the West, like our lives was like reaching its zenith, its peak,
Yeah,
its
everything was
apex.
extra. Like
Yeah, we were
it was
living in
cloth that shouldn't be cloth.
yeah, and then it seems like 9/11 happened and everything, and then they were like, well,
Sterile.
now folks, everything's gonna suck shit going forward.
Under the guise of being sterile. It's like, well, it's gotta be bare bones. It's the
Yeah.
cleanest that way.
Did
It's
you
like,
enjoy when Taco Bell was fun? Tough shit, bitch. Now Taco Bell's also looks like a bank.
yeah. Yeah. No, I mean things shit was cool. Like the amount of like service workers and stuff, you go to a place and you'd be like waited on by like you'd have like two waiters for your table. Like
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the decline of whatever everything is, but
people would have like carpet in their
well
bathroom.
look, we have podcasting now. We get to do podcasting.
Yeah, the world has changed, dude. It's
The
better.
world
No
I
more.
don't know. Like
They have podcasts now. How about that?
9/11 took everything from us, bro.
Yeah, and those guys also have podcasts now.
That's true.
I
They're-
think the terrorists won on this
the-
one. We've been
out
so different. We're like been so neutered since then.
the ISIS experience by the ISIS hour podcast. Please, folks, go to Kratom Essentials Herbal Benefits.com. Use promo code ISIS.
I'll present the freedom fighter and the kid.
The freedom, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Are we doing a Patreon?
I think we just did. I don't know. We just kept recording.
So we'll just split it.
I might just cut it in half. I don't know. I feel like yeah, because
Or we
we've
can do
done.
one later.
Look, we've done, or we could just record a Patreon later, me and Sal, and figure something out. Maybe I'll give the people all 2 hours of Drew. I feel like we barely scratched the surface, though. We gotta get to know more about Drew at some point because I feel like you have an interesting life, Drew.
Dude, yeah, I'm down to do this whenever, man.
We can do another hour in a couple days, and we'll do that. That'll be the Patreon, maybe.
Maybe we'll figure it out. I did want to. We'll get out of here on this. I did want to ask you. I've listened to Durag. Not all of it. I'm not Sweeze. Sorry, I haven't heard all of your show. But
Whole album.
you hunt.
Not in years. I grew up. My dad hunted.
Deer.
So I went out. I've only been deer hunting once. I think that's the misperception with Durag. But also Naeem doesn't wear do-rags, so none of it kind of makes sense.
None of it
But
makes sense.
I used to wear those in high school.
Cool. I've seen you
Middle
mention
school, sorry.
something on Twitter a few times about hunting or having.
yeah, so I grew up squirrel hunting, and I've been geese hunting a few times. But yeah, never like big game. I want to go big game hunting, but the biggest animal I've killed is a few geese, and then made jerky out of them. But I mean, I grew up like killing squirrels and shit, and like we would shoot squirrels with the BB gun and cook them like Shrek over a campfire.
Nice.
Stick through the ass. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was sick. It was many a night where me and my neighbor would just steal PBRs from my dad and eat a squirrel over the fire, while we full leftovers of whatever my mom cooked inside. But we just wanted to experience that.
Yeah, we'd rather have rodent. We'd rather eat rodent. Yeah, because I grew up in a big hunting town. Like I grew up rural
You shoot
Texas,
the neighbor's dog.
and I never went hunting. Though I've been hunting one time in my life. It was me, my dad, and
Is it when you
his.
went to Goodwill?
I went thrifting. Yeah, I went thrift hunting.
You went Goodwill hunting?
I went. Oh yeah, good. Okay, I didn't even know you were. That's what you're going for. I was like, yeah. Well, I guess I went looking for a cheap jacket.
Thrift hunting?
Yeah, I went Goodwill hunting. No, I went.
How did they not think of that when they made that?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know. Ask Matt Damon.
Family hunts.
So I went. There was 1 year when I was a kid. I might have been a teenager, big fat, chubby teenager. I spent all my time playing Final Fantasy instead of hunting. But then I remember 1 year because my dad. I'm actually from Georgia. Like I was born in Georgia and grew up in Texas. And so we were back visiting Georgia, me and my dad, because that's where he's from as well. And it was like me, him, and a family friend. We went coon hunting. Which is that's not what it sounds like. We were hunting like the actual animal.
Yeah.
It was we were looking for actual raccoons, and I just remember it was like so hot and humid, and lugging the gun around and having to like try and actually find the raccoon and all of it. And I was
and
like,
then knowing that when you found it, you were not going to be the one to get to shoot it.
I was like, there's no way I'm hitting this fucking thing. I don't know how to use this. I know the like I'm supposed to point the gun and pull the trigger and shoot. I have no skill with this.
But also, after not seeing the animal for hours, there's no way all the men are going to turn and be like, Dalton, would you like to shoot the raccoon?
Yeah. So all I ended up doing was I just ended up shooting an armadillo that was sitting still. So I could say I killed something.
Did it explode?
Yeah, it just like shattered its shell, and I killed an armadillo, and I was like,
did you get experience points?
I just felt bad. I was like, oh, that armadillo wouldn't do anything, and nobody's gonna eat an armadillo now. So it's just a dead armadillo.
Do not eat in the dillo. But
yeah, nobody's eating the dillo.
You gotta at least get the pelt.
There's no armadillos have armor.
Belts.
Elbow pads for fucking for if you want to ride your bike or something.
Yeah, if I want to go to the skate park.
You can make a leather helm if you were gonna go into battle, something to wear under your helmet.
Yeah.
I went coyote hunting with my boys one time, and that was fun. But we didn't kill
like eating dogs.
Yeah. We didn't.
Was your friend Asian?
No, he was a farmer, and he had a chicken farm, but the coyotes would fucking come and fuck up.
Oh, okay.
So, dude, the cool part about coyote hunting is you can hunt them at night, but you can hunt them with a red spotlight.
You can use a tennis ball.
They're colorblind.
To lure them in.
Whistle.
He's a squeak toy. Hold on.
No, they're colorblind, so you can bait them with like whatever, and then they come in and you light them up with a red spotlight, and you can see them, but they can't see you, and then you shoot them. But
why are you putting peanut butter all over this stump?
Yeah.
I never killed a coyote, and they told me they never brought me back out after the one time I went, and they told me it was because I was smoking weed in the tree stand and coyotes could smell the weed. But
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
I was like, I don't believe you guys, dude. You
If
just-
I'm ever surrounded by coyotes, I'm gonna fucking start smoking and
Dude,
blowing it.
all my friends I grew up with that had like hunting families, it was the what seemed like the cool thing about hunting was I remember my friend and his dad would go to the deer lease when it was deer season. It would be like, he would tell me it'd be 4 a.m, and then by 6 a.m they were just both hammered.
Nice.
Just like they would start drinking. It was just like a thing that you would drink and just sit there and wait for a deer, and then shoot the deer, and then you're hammered at like 6 or 7 a.m. Drag it back to the house and carve it up for venison.
I
Well,
have
that's
all my uncles and cousins on my dad's side hunt, and most of them have a story where they've gotten too hammered in a tree stand, fell asleep, and fallen out of it. Literally,
yeah. My uncle Steve broke his back falling out of a tree stand. And
yeah,
he's fine now.
Mm-hmm.
half my uncles and cousins.
That's awesome.
Losing
Yeah, I knew people. There was a lot where the town I'm from. There was a lot of drunk related injuries from just passing out and falling or doing something stupid.
See, like if you hunt in Texas, you have like 20 minutes before the meat spoils. But the good thing about hunting where Drew and I are from is like it's really cold out, so you can just like let that sit shit. Let that sit shit.
Mhm.
Let that shit sit. I think I'm having a stroke, bro.
I was like, "What are you trying to say, dude?"
Dude, you think if I have a stroke, we'll get a lot of views?
Yeah, I think we'll get.
I'd be mad if you made that the clip, though. Me having a stroke.
Yeah, that'll be the clip.
That better not be the clip.
That's gotta be the clip.
Sal having a stroke. That's cool. So you've been small game hunting. So you can make good jerky. I guess you can make jerky out of birds. I forget. I've had.
Unfortunately,
Do what?
you can make jerky out of anything. Unfortunately, it kind of like ruins the art of jerky. But I love making venison jerky, but fucking I hate going to like a jerky specialty store and they got like shark jerky and all this other bullshit.
Yeah, it's really expensive. I don't understand the pricing on jerky. Like if you go to a
Armadillo
Bucky's,
jerky.
it's like, why is jerky $11 a pound? Because it's not. I can just get a steak.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on? Someone's car alarm's going off. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, at the Cracker Barrel you're at?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude,
They're about to close.
I love Cracker Barrel.
I haven't been to one in years.
It's so
They
nice.
suck.
No, Cracker Barrel's not. The Country Boy Big
don't
Breakfast is really nice.
I've been into lately.
You been to what?
Bob Evans. You ever go to a Bob Evans?
Yeah, love Bob Evans.
I don't know what is a Bob Evans.
It's
Oh
another
man,
like chain breakfast restaurant.
Oh, that must be a regional thing because I don't know if I've ever even seen. I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen one.
what about Tim Hortons? Do we have those down here, Dalton? Tim Hortons?
No, that's Canadian.
Oh, dude, Timmy's the best.
I've been to Pennsylvania's Pride, Wawa.
All right, what the fuck's going on?
Wawa's overrated.
You think Wawa's? See, that I feel the same way as a Texan, and now that everybody's on Bucky's dick, I think Bucky's is overrated at this point.
Yeah, all I hear about Bucky's is that they have the cleanest bathrooms, and I'm like,
They have
that's
very clean bathrooms.
crazy selling for a restaurant though.
It's not, but it's not a
restaurant.
restaurant. It is a good selling point for a gas station because usually when you need to stop and take a piss or take a shit, and you stop at any truck stop or gas station, you have to brace yourself for whatever hellscape the bathroom is going to be. But Bucky's, you're usually pretty safe. You're like, that's what they're known for, is very clean. The sign says world famous clean bathrooms.
I had the thought the other day, and this makes sense why Bucky's bathrooms are so clean. I had this thought on 81 going up to Syracuse like a couple weeks ago, and I stopped at the Scranton rest stop, and it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen. And I couldn't even take a shit in there. I was like, I'll just get home.
Yeah, rest stops are the worst now.
I was thinking, I was like, we need more illegal immigrants in this country specifically for this job.
Yeah, stuff's got to get cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the fact that in the stuff they market their rest stops as the cleanest it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, they take pride. Bucky's takes pride in those bathrooms. Have you ever been to one? A Bucky's?
I gotta get down there, dude.
Oh, you're in for it.
Yeah, if you've never been, it's like a fun thing to experience because it's just the excess of it, like the spectacle of a Bucky's. Because there's like 100 gas pumps, and then when you go to the world famous clean bathroom, there's probably 50 urinals and 50 toilets. It's a huge bathroom. Like you never have to worry about some guy
No
standing next.
dividers.
No, there
Dicks
are
out.
dividers.
Everyone's
It-
got their dicks
It's
out.
the
and
most
comparing.
luxurious. I will say it's a very luxurious place to piss because you have full privacy no matter what. But
Yeah.
as you
They
know,
even got a little dude by the sink that's got like mints and
no,
cologne
no,
and...
dude, that sucks. They don't have that. Thank
Dude,
God.
those are awesome. You
I
don't love
hate
those?
no an African guy in a tuxedo trying to give me a doo doo mint.
Dude, before I even go to hit the soap button, it's in my hands. He squirts it in my hands, young brother. What else you need? I love that shit, bro. If you want to make my day, squirt
hate-
soap in my hands. Get me a towel when
Like a nice restaurant, I expect it, but I've seen that in like an Applebee's, and I'm like, this isn't in every crazy.
Yeah, does Applebee's know you're in here doing this?
Yeah.
Like 30 fucking colognes and some mints.
Dude, I thought I lived in a better neighborhood than this, but this guy's car alarm's been going off for like 20 minutes.
Well, maybe. Hey, look, I used to live in the big old city. You get honestly, it starts to help you fall asleep.
I'm not used to this noise.
I love the noise. I love the sounds, the cityscapes.
I couldn't do it, bro. I'd be complaining like, yeah, there's a rail bus or something that goes by
A
my
rail
apartment,
bus? Do you mean a train?
and it makes a noise. My whole apartment shakes. So I want to talk to whoever's in charge of this.
A rail bus?
Some kind of railed bus.
We're unveiling the new rail bus.
Fucking Wayne Enterprises.
Innovative technology, the likes of which no human has ever seen before. The rail
The rail
bus.
bus. We
Bus
are
on
we
a
do that
rail.
Fallout. That's the Fallout technology.
Yeah, that's yeah, the Fallout rail bus.
The rail bus. Now I can't tell if it's still going off or not. It's like in my head.
I don't hear it.
No.
I should get in the.
It's my head.
I will say there is a cool thing that guys collect. Doing that old timey voice reminded me of a guy I follow who collects lighters, and he shows off all these old lighters he has.
Oh,
They
I
look
love lighters.
awesome. Old, like 100-year-old lighters, the way they worked,
No way.
dude. They
Where do I
look
go
really.
find
They
that?
look cool as shit, dude.
I'm on it. Jarvis.
Yeah, I might get into lighters or knives. Maybe I'll become a knife guy.
Later.
Wow. Lighters were crazy back then.
Yeah, lighters are cool, man. I think that's
What?
let's see. I think we might have what?
These lighters.
I'm looking at them now.
Yo, they were just making contraptions. Like the conventional lighter, it wasn't even. They were like, if it shoots a flame, it's good. This
Yeah.
is like looks like a makeup.
Dude, I love the ones that's like the forever match where you actually like you have to pull out like a piece of flint metal that's inside the lighter and strike it. Or it lights when you pull it out. It lights as you pull it out. That's cool. There's some cool lighters out there. I might become a lighter guy.
This one looks like a goddamn harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast went full circle because we started talking about how dudes with trinkets are gay. Now we're like, should become like,
dude, how cool are trinkets? I love trinkets. Yeah, I do. I do have a cousin. I guess what made me think like the sort of cautionary tale about that is I have a cousin who
He's gay now.
he's gay now.
Too many trinkets.
He's like it's funny. He's like third generation American, or maybe say his parents are Mexican, but he's born in Texas, grew up in Texas, but still has a very thick Mexican accent. It's very funny. But that's not really related to what I'm saying. He has he's loves gaming, like especially the games he grew up with, like retro gaming, like Super Nintendo and stuff. But he just loves video
You're just
games.
describing a Mexican.
I am just describing a Mexican. He also loves Metallica and hot rods and old cars and stuff.
Takis.
Yeah. Tecate Light. But he loves gaming so much that I guess he's trying to buy every video game. Cause when they he got his new house a few years ago, and when we went over to visit,
That's so stupid.
and he was like, "Yo, I got to show you my game room," and he took me into this room that it like is wall to wall video games, like as many video games you could possibly think of in every console imaginable, like not just Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64, PlayStation 5 or whatever. He's got like, like TurboGrafx 16, Virtual Boy, the Philips CDI. Like he's got all this
Dreamcast.
goofy shit. Yeah.
The Sega with the 32X attachment.
Yeah. He's got all of it. And he's trying to get every game for all of it. He's got every Wii U game. And I'm like,
See, that's
I don't
dumb
think
because
anyone
then you're
even
gonna end up
played
having to buy
this.
like iCarly like on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, you got to buy like Corey into House for the DS if you're trying
Uh-huh.
to. Yeah, and
And beat
apparently,
it.
do what?
Seems literally impossible.
It seems like an impossible task, and also just an extreme like
Big waste
expenditure of money and resources, and then like the storage of it is crazy. And like I apparently like they are balls deep in debt on gaming.
Jesus.
Because he's also got like 2 arcade cabinets, also like old school, like Midway, like Pac-Man cabinets or something. So it's just like tens of thousands of dollars of credit card debt for like Mario.
Y'all ever see this Thorin Bradley guy, that lumberjack that just cuts down like trees?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's dreamy too.
That's his whole thing. He just cuts down trees.
He's an attractive lumberjack, and he's like he'll be like cutting stumps, and it's like there's no way this stump.
Yeah, I've seen that guy. He's like a
And he
jacked,
just whack, and all of a sudden it starts
suave.
coming apart.
Yeah, he is sexy.
Oh yeah,
I gotta check him out.
he's very good looking. You're gonna
You ever see a dude's dick in a porno, and then like something about it makes you think like that's part of.
Give it a kiss on the forehead.
You want to give it a kiss on the. You want to kiss his penis?
Yeah, you ever see a penis that's so attractive that you're just like, my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you ever see a penis in a porno that's so nice looking and like good size and everything? That's also adding to your horniness. That you're like, that's a good looking dick.
Yeah,
it helps.
There's ugly dicks. There's beautiful dicks.
Yeah, like I've.
A curved penis in a porn will ruin it for
me. That'll upset the hell out of me.
Yeah, it really bothers me.
Or if the head's too like small, or it's just like a little Jew cap on the dick.
Yeah,
get this job, dude.
Or if it's so fat that it's like looks like it's got a gut on one side.
Yeah, but there's been plenty of times I've been just watching a video of a woman jacking a dude off, and I realize I'm just like staring at a man's penis while I'm jacking off.
Nothing wrong with that.
That is the thing, dude. It's what do they say? It takes 2 to tango.
Exactly. Where 2 or 3 or more are gathered, there is a church.
Yeah.
I think is one of the sayings. But hey folks, I think we can take this in for a landing. We've done about 2.5 hours. Drew, I really appreciate you spending this much time with us.
Dude, yeah, of course. And I'd love to do fucking Crowder sometime. Love to do this again. You guys are the man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, me and Crack will reach out to you because I know you and Crack are tight, and now you and I are developing there's a burgeoning friendship, a new Wigger community.
Yes.
And dude, New York, man, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, dude, upstate
boys.
The upstate boys. No, I'm happy to see you guys succeeding. I just I watched. I think the last episode of y'all show I watched, it was you guys and Lewis and Zach. You know, it's always nice to see them fellas.
I mean, yeah, like you said earlier, like those dudes, that was another like huge bump for us. Like I always, because I was a fan of those dudes like when I started, so it's very cool to see like they're just real dudes that are like down to do the show and hang, have fun.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they're really good dudes. I mean, Lewis can be as intense as he seems.
Yeah,
He has a very like frenetic energy about him. But Zach is like an actual teddy bear. Zach is sort of how do I put this, like the bread that cuts Lewis's grease.
You'll be cutting your bread with grease.
I don't know. I was trying to think of a metaphor, and that's what I came up with. You know what I
But
mean?
I assume everything you say is like empirical. So word alert.
Word alert! Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Where is
I was
it?
like, damn, they be
Word
cutting their
alert.
bread up with fucking grease.
I don't
yeah.
know. I guess what I'm saying is Lewis can be intense, but Lewis is a sweetheart as well. Like he's cool. He's very like community driven and tries to lift up as many people as he can. That's like the value of one of the big values of Lewis and what he brings to the world is how much he you know cares about people and he lifted me up. He lifted up the Loud Boys. That fell apart, but he still, you know,
You trying to get a lift? Is what you're
I'm
saying?
trying to get. Well, look. I'm just saying it's nice to see
Let's
the Durag and the Deer Tag boys, Drew here, Naeem, Rob, starting to soar. You
I
know,
appreciate it. And I mean, obviously, if you're ever in Philly, come up and do the pod, man. Love
of
to have you.
course, yes, I can't
if I'm
wait
there
to.
without Dalton, does that count? Or are you gonna be like, nah, sorry?
True, dude.
No,
I
You
can't if
Sal
you
is the star of this show, so yeah, I mean, have
that's not
Sal on if
true.
he's there with that because I'm. It's gonna be a minute before I'm mobile. You know, I'm waiting for my stocks to take off.
Yeah, he's still
Um,
bedridden from the accident.
I'm still bedridden. Yeah,
That's why it's always shoulders up. He's in a wheelchair like Professor Xavier.
but no, I mean, pretty soon the do rag and the deer tag, you will be the ones lifting people up.
we hope so, dude. Trying to take everybody to the moon.
We're all,
Hell yeah.
as they say in crypto, we're all mooning, which
Yeah,
is
this
I'm
is
trying to be sunning.
we are Shiba Inu right now, dude. But wait,
dude, yeah, you're the Shiba Inu of podcasting. So right now you're at about 0.0000001 cent.
thing will be worth $1 though soon.
You're gonna be worth $1 soon, boy.
Yo,
You buy in now. By the time it's $1, you're a millionaire.
what
Shiba
if
ever hits $1, retards all over the world will be millionaires. The economy.
Dude, I have tried. I have bought meme coins before. I haven't bought any Shiba, but I have some Doge, and I have one called Book of Meme. I have some cat one, and anytime I've done that, where it's like, oh, I can get like 100,000 of these for $20, I immediately just lose $10.
I mean, I've lost all the money I have in it. I withdrew all my crypto at a loss, lost all the money. But Shiba's the only one I've stayed involved in. And I will say, if that ever hits $1, fucking what color helicopter you want?
Yeah, I people have told me about. I've looked into it, and people keep telling me about it because it's trading for like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. And it is one of those ones where you could buy like a billion of them right now for a few bucks, and then if it ever hits $1, you are rich. It's just
But it's all the dumbest people I know that were the ones that told me to get involved in it. So
yeah. I'm in a I haven't lost enough in crypto yet that I've decided to pull out. Like I'm like maybe I'll make it back and make a profit.
we
I'm
haven't
still
made the
there.
Crowder coins yet?
We haven't even made Crowder Coin yet, but I did recently start getting into stocks. And the stocks, me and anyone that's taken my advice, we've all made money on stocks. Because I bought in on this lithium company called Standard Lithium
okay,
because they discovered. Do you know what lithium is used for?
batteries, right?
Yeah, like electric vehicle batteries and computers and shit.
Yeah,
It's
but
also,
Dalton had lithium coursing through his body.
it's also a mineral that they give you. It's like an old school antidepressant for bipolar. So if you're ever in a mental hospital, they make you take lithium. Um, Lithium carbonate is the version that you ingest.
Which was
Uh,
what Han Solo was frozen in as well.
but they, I guess, so we'll end on the investment corner, the Mad Money, Jim Cramer stock tips. So there was this huge reserve of lithium was recently discovered in Southwest Arkansas. So the company that is building out that mining operation is called Standard Lithium (SLI) on the exchange, and they're going to start drilling. They're going to start mining for it in 2027. So at the height of the electric vehicle craze, which was like 2021, 2022, this company's like all-time high, I think, was $11 a share. And then within the last year, their high was about $4, and right now it's sitting at $1.80 a share. I have a suspicion that once this mining operation's up and running, and then as they start to develop more and more of these electric vehicle technologies, and the demand for lithium goes up, this company that got the that's developing this mining operation in the states that's gonna start pulling it out of the earth here is maybe the stock will go up a bunch. Who knows? It's all there is an element of risk.
I got a feeling it will.
Yeah, I'm fully info.
What'd you say, Drew?
Fully sold. Send me the info.
Yeah. Anyone I've told about this that pulled the trigger and bought some, we've all made money on it. Like I'm up like $70 in a week on this lithium investment.
I'll get some tonight, dude. Send it. I swear to God, send it over.
All right.
All right.
So folks, that's I guess if you take away anything from this, invest in minerals and metals, and lithium's my investment, but cobalt, nickel, those are all good. But I think Standard Lithium, they got a good bid on this mining operation, this reserve
Wash
in
your ass,
Arkansas.
kids.
Everybody, please. What'd you say, Drew?
No, I was repeating him. He said, "Wash your ass."
Wash
Wash
your
your
ass.
ass.
Wash your ass. Drew's mic has been on like kind of a delay, so I have been like wondering what we've missed from him.
Well, if
actually.
anyone talks at the same time, I notice your mic will mute itself.
Yes, that has been happening.
I'll have headphones for the next one. I'll be prepared.
Yeah, it's like you guys have such a nice like studio where you actually do the show, and then like for this, your mic keeps like muting, and I'm like, well, I guess they blew their wad on that studio. Weren't even thinking about the little guy that needs to zoom in.
Speaking of blowing your wad,
Yeah, I'm gonna go jack off. No, Drew, I really, really appreciate you doing this. Everybody, be sure to listen. Subscribe to Durag and the Deer Tag.
yeah,
It's
Drew, you're awesome.
YouTube.com/@Durag and the Deer Tag. Patreon, Durag and the Deer Tag. Subscribe to Patreon for this channel.
Subscribe to Bad Rack, Niche Shack, and the Do Rag.
Mm-hmm. Sure. From Scripture.
Yeah, and a Bendigo.
Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. That's all we got. We got a lot of big things coming to the Billionaire Podcast Network. All right,
Awesome.
that's the show, folks. Thank you, and it's time.
Cheers, y'all.
It's time to click stop.